long.
What is up, y'all? It's every other Wednesday night on the 3-Star Draw and the Crusty Old Crow channels, and that means it is time for the Backyard Battlefield with me, down south, 77 3-Star Draw. Just have the two names now, and let me get it queued up for you right here.
Sorry. I was having one last puff on that before. I was hoping that'd be done before we started. Hi, how you doing?
Puff, puff, pass.
Puff, puff, pass. I had no one to pass it to.
You fucking up the rotation.
Yeah, Jesus. That's all right. We don't have that many here right now, so we're good.
That's right. That's right. Everybody here understands, I think. So, what's going on, my crusty old bro? How you doing today?
All right. The weather's been shit up here. It's been raining, so that's probably a good thing from Ontario right now. So, but
They put out any of them damn fires yet?
it certainly didn't start more, I'm sure. But
They showed on the news tonight. They showed like a map, like of the upper, East Coast. It was really focusing on that, and then Canada, and it was like the smoke tracker heat map or whatever. And it's like, man, we hadn't had that on the news for a few days, and then I kind of chuckled when I saw that, because it made me think of something that you said in our group chat a couple of weeks ago, and you said Canada is trying to sage the United States.
no, Punk said that. Yeah.
Was it Punk? I thought it was you
Punk that said that. No,
Okay.
I caught all your dirty little remarks. I know who said what.
that cracked me up, because I just picture like a Canadian religious, like a priest or something, with like a burning maple leaf with an incantation going.
Yeah. So there is a First Nations, if you know First Nations culture, like smudging, where you wash yourself in the smoke, you purify yourself with the smoke. That's a thing, right? So it might be our indigenous cultures that are trying to gift you guys something right now. I'm not aware of it, can't control it, but won't take responsibility for it.
Well, that's when it comes to that, we'll probably take all the help we can get. So, so what have you been doing today? Been doing anything? Hanging out around the house, or out running around?
Well, I've been doing my garage. I finally sold off. I got rid of a ton of furniture that was sitting in my garage from our previous houses that built up over 20 years. So I freed up a bunch of space, bought a bunch of shelves, been moving some shit outside. And you know what I've discovered? I have more shelf space than I thought for toys. So I'm good to go for this year. I found room for that hiss and that snowcat and everything. But aside from that, I've been working on a review on this bad boy. Do you know what is it? A pentacycle is? There's Velociped and pentacycle. Do you know what those are? This will be fun.
I do. At least not by the name. I might know it when I see it. Does it have 5 wheels?
There you go. Pentacycle would be some sort of pedaled cycle with 5 wheels. I only know this because I had to Google what it would mean, because K-Skills sent me another custom he called it the Dreadnought Super Trike 2.0. And I was like, it's not a trike if it has 5 wheels. What is it? It's a pentacycle. So I've been working on getting some shots of this and the 2 custom dreadnoughts that he made for me to go with it. And here's the custom. Sorry, it's 1 custom dreadnought and a custom Otis, the dreadhead that he made. But I'm working on getting a video together for these things that he put together on the channel. And that's been taking me a lot of time. It's a very large thing to photograph.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know you'd gotten that. That's pretty badass. I wonder how you drive one of those.
So it's I'll mention in the video, it's a WWE Boneyard Slam cycle attached to the chassis of a remote control 4x4. And he shipped this broken down into these parts, and I put it together. It was really easy to put together, but it's so heavy. And I felt so bad because you know what it's like to ship things that are heavy, right? And this piece right here is an RC car, basically. Right. So yeah. But very cool. I love the creativity he used, and the best part is, dude, he sent me all his art. But check this out. That character I showed you, this is the kind of file card stuff that he sent with her. Right?
That's awesome.
That looked really cool. He's really good at what he does. He's very much like Evil Dookie and Will Lonzo and Savage and them, and that he's not afraid to put that brain cannon out there for all to see. So I'll share that on my channel soon, but that's what I've been up to the most, has been trying to get some shots of that while doing housework. What about yourself? What's your week been like?
Thing looks awesome. Just working. Just went to work. Fair to Midland week. It's been hot here. It's been really hot here. Really humid the last couple days. Today wasn't as bad. But that's it, man. Just get up and go to work. Still adjusting to this new schedule. I overslept today, but I wasn't late. I just didn't get
as long as you're not late. Yeah, it screwed your parking plan, right? Because you're probably down to your job where you're probably usually early, right?
Yes, I am most days I'm there about 40. I'm in the building at 40 minutes early. And it's because when I had to change my schedule around and figure out how early I needed to get up, I have plenty of time to get there. I could leave 20 minutes, 30 minutes even later. The problem is, as I mentioned, we got a parking garage, and it's a big parking garage, but employees can park on the basement and then the second floor up. Can't park on the first floor, which is where the bridge to go to the building is. So that basement level fills up the amount of cars that pull in that thing between 6:15 and 6:30.
I can picture it. Yeah.
So I mean, when I'm getting out and walking in, there's like a steady stream of cars starting to pull in. So I still got there, just got a little worse spot. But anyway, nothing major going on, man. We're going to do a quick rundown on what we're going to do here tonight, and then we'll say hi to the chat, and then we'll talk some toys. So we're kind of tired of hearing about SDCC, but there's too much out there to not talk about, some of it. So we're going to show some of the Joe stuff, and I got really lazy and run out of time for slides. So I'm going to pull up a couple websites and we'll look at their slides and see what we want to discuss. And we picked out a few of our favorite things that we saw during SDCC, not just Joe stuff, but whatever stuff. Some of it could be Joe's, whatever.
I failed that assignment. I didn't pick out any favorites. I was just prepared to comment on everything like the snarky son of a bitch that I am. And I'll declare a favorite on scene. How's that?
That'll work. You get the idea of you've seen the pictures, so we'll pull up some slides and
most of them. Yeah,
it's not really anything too crucial, but I did save a few things that I really liked, and we do have some stuff I want to talk about related to some of the Joe stuff that we saw, and some of what happened yesterday with some of the pre-orders we got, some things like that. So we'll talk about that.
Oh, y'all sweating the pre-orders.
And then when we when we get to the end, and if we don't go as long tonight, that's all right. So we got Laura Croft. I'm sure pretty much everybody, we both did, and probably everybody in the chat has pre-ordered this Laura Croft figure. Lara,
That's right.
I always say Laura. I know
Larry. Larry.
I know there is no U in there, but we insert long vowel sounds into everything here.
I would have pronounced it Laura all day. Yeah. And she would have corrected me.
That's right. She's like an English school teacher. She's smacky.
Yeah.
So we probably all pre-ordered this Lara Croft. So we're revisiting the idea of what kind of crossovers we would like to see. We've done this before. Me and Pop Blender have done it before. We have some fun with it. But now there's a little more realistic possibility because there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle G.I. Joes at Target right now and at Walmart. Supposedly, I have yet to see them in a store, but I've seen pictures. They're there. And we have Lara Croft. So it's not out of the realm of imagination.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to go you one further. I saw the more recent pictures of that Action Man, and it very much verifies what I've been saying for a while. I think they've intentionally made that look very Tom Cruise, and I would say that you even got a bit of MI6, like Mission Impossible, into Joe at this point. So,
yeah, I mean, it's so I think at this point. So talking about stuff out of SDCC, like they said that Eco Warriors is probably coming. That's probably going to lead into space people, Space Force. What the fuck was the space?
Don't forget Sky Patrol. You had Battle Force 2000. Everything was Battle Force 2000 for a while. I know what you're talking about. Is it Star Brigade?
Star Brigade.
Is that right?
We literally did a show about Star Brigade, and I couldn't think of the name of it.
And the thing I've been saying since I've started my channel, eventually they will come. Loboto Max and the aliens. There will be aliens in Joe. I feel it. It's going to be fun.
This might come into play later, but I hope there's aliens in Joe.
Me too.
So, and we've been told nothing is off the table. We were told that. I had that confirmed a while back by Lenny through somebody else. I don't know Lenny, but somebody else asking for me because I was talking about how the Marvel comic, like where's the Marvel comic characters? We all talk about Quinn and Dr. Venom, all of those. So I thought maybe there was some kind of contractual whatever with Marvel, maybe where they couldn't do it. And I was told, nope, if it says G.I. Joe on it, we can make it. So now we're getting ready to get what we've all been wanting with October Guard. They showed Diana.
Yeah.
So maybe
she won't be alone.
She won't be by herself.
There'll be a follow-up to that.
Was she, the chat may know, was she in the cartoon? I'm trying to remember if she was in the cartoon when the October Guard showed up.
I can't say I've seen every episode.
Yeah, I mean, I have, and for some reason I'm drawing a blank on whether she was in the cartoon, because if she wasn't, then that guarantees there's a Marvel comic appearance there. So
yeah, Triple C saying they all were.
Okay, for whatever reason I was drawing a blank on whether she was or not. So anyway, so we've picked out some things that I've got 5. Crow's got 5 or 6. So okay, and we're going to talk about a little bit about how they could be brought into G.I. Joe, like what makes sense for what we're talking about to come into Joe. Like I wrote a little blurb up for each of mine. I wrote it last night listening to Pop and Matthew as my Ambien was taking hold. So the further down the list I got, the harder it was to read. I typed it up today.
That's fair. I recognize that kind of handwriting where you're like the next day going, "What was that squiggly line thought?"
When you can't even make out some of your own letters, and I meant to write a P and I wrote a D, well, it's time to go to bed.
So yeah,
let's go
Laura
ahead and
Croft
say-
is a perfect example of the square peg round hole theory, where you just hammer that peg, it will become round. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna square peg round hole a bunch of characters. I you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. I'm confident you guys will like my list. How's that? For the first time ever, I'm confident in my list.
You guys are gonna like 3 of my 5.
No, you're gonna like all 5 of mine.
But I will tell you now, with what you guys know about me, if you've ever seen us do these streams before where we've had fun and theorized, there's only one that you might be able to guess right now till I start reading about it. So, and I do have accompanying pictures. I have the renders of my figures. So
we'll get to all that. We should say hi to the
let's say
chat.
hi.
I know you were
Let's
going
say
to
hi
try.
So we mentioned Triple C is in the house. What's going on, Crimson Cobra Commander? Taking a break this week, I see. And he posted. There is Steve Martin. What's going on, Steve? How you doing, man? Let's see. There is Woody Triple Deuce. Glad I was able to catch a live tonight. We are too, buddy. And thanks for stopping.
Glad you chose this one. Yeah.
Yeah. The other one hadn't started yet, I don't think. You didn't hear that. You guys know where you need to be.
If you replay, hi.
Yeah. What's up, replay people? How you doing?
We still like
I know Woody's probably still floating on a cloud from the SDCC announcement that he's been waiting for. So
yeah, the Joe he wanted. He's gonna quit now. Line is dead after this. Hardball ended the line.
After hardball, it's it. It's all she wrote.
What's the point? If Woody's gonna stop buying, end it.
They can't. I don't think they can afford for Woody to stop buying stuff. They got to keep making stuff he likes.
That's when they jacked all the prices on figs. I noticed it was right after Woody had started cutting down on Marvel Legends, and I was like, I knew this was gonna fucking happen, right? Yeah. So you guys can say it's tariffs or whatever, the cost of living. I'm just gonna say Woody cut back, so we're all paying the cost.
It's the cost of Woody. It's the cost of wood.
Yeah.
Sean Jones is here. What's going on, Sean? Saying what's good, Crow 3-star and all the chat. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. We got SCS Dog is here saying aloha all.
Mahala.
Good to see you. There's Bobby Wald. I was more interested this year in the toy reveals than I was the movies and TV shows. There was a lot of both. There was a lot of cool stuff shown, but I think you're right. I think the toys this year out hyped the movie stuff this year. We didn't get like a lot of big crazy stuff other than Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider.
Wait. How sorry, that's a big deal for only some people, but you didn't think the announcement of Children of Blood and Bone wasn't a huge movie announcement? You didn't think that thing was going to be the best movie of the year? I sent you that trailer.
You did because I'd never heard of it.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Children of Blood and Bone, go look it up on YouTube after this show's done tonight, and what you will see is basically not Black Panther, but it's Black Panther, but it's not Black Panther, and it's not Storm from the X-Men, but it's totally done.
It's Black Panther set in Avatar.
Yeah, it's. But no, getting back to SDCC, I think everything was really hyper focused on getting Brand New Day and Doomsday hyped up, right?
Yeah,
and Clayface.
Yeah, Clayface. I don't really feel like they super hyped Clayface. I mean, they premiered Hell,
I
dude.
noticed it's starting to pick up. Like they're starting to talk about it more because it's hitting theaters and doing that stuff. So
I think Clayface looks really good.
it does. Yeah,
I'm probably gonna go see it in the theater. Um,
yeah. I'm thinking I am.
so let's see. Let's get on through the chat here. We got Cypher 63 is here saying good evening. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Good to see you, but
Let's see. And Triple C saying Triple T and the Thunder Machine are his favorites. Let's see. We got Benji Williams is in the house. What's going on,
hi.
Benji? Saying, what up, guys? I think have we seen Benji before? Name sounds
Uh, maybe, but it's also could be goes by another name because he's got the B for an icon. So I don't know. But if we have, I apologize for not recognizing right away. And if we haven't, nice to meet you.
Yep. Thanks for stopping in, man. Good to have you here. Let's see. Eco Warriors and Captain Planet confirmed.
Triple C, I would accept that so long as it's Don Cheadle's Captain Planet. And if you haven't seen Don Cheadle's parody of Captain Planet, you can YouTube that tonight too.
Captain. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of Captain Power. Yeah, no, never mind. Some Captain Planet. Captain Power, I think could probably fit, but not Captain Planet. Starfighters here saying it is a Battlefield Wednesday. I hope that you guys were able to get the current pre-orders. Well, even if you weren't, you still can. We're going to talk about that. I want to bring that up. So let's see what I see. Now that the OG 13 is finished, people are going to bitch about the October Guard not being complete before we get a Night Force DJ or Ninja Force DJ. Either way, I don't want either one of those versions of DJ.
And it's really going to take, we've got to leave room for that whole Thunder Machine discussion for the next year and a half, right? The front end is going to occupy everybody's friggin' minds.
It's gonna be out there looming just like the Arctic Hiss is, because everybody forgot about the Arctic Hiss, or a lot of people did. I did. I didn't even give a second thought to that Arctic Hiss till right before SDCC. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's coming out this.
Oh yeah, no, I've been
here, isn't it?
Been making sure my credit card balance is fine so that when they hit me, I'm not like going, oh my God, I have nothing left on my card.
Yeah, I put that one under PayPal credit, so whenever that one shows up, it's good to go. So
nice.
Lone Dragon is here, and he's come to chew bubble ass and kick gum, and he is all out of bubble ass.
Well, then kick gum.
Well, there's Woodium soup for hardball. We know you would be. I just hope they don't let you down. That's my biggest fear is they're going to let you down with hardball. And my cousin, Hardball is one of Pop Blender's favorite characters in G.I. Joe, probably second only to Flint. When Hardball come out, he was baseball everything. He's a big baseball fan, so he always loved Hardball.
Sure.
Both Predators and Aliens in the line. Never know.
I almost agree with you, Steve, because in comics it's all there. Like those two, like Predator and Alien, have fought everybody from Batman to Wolverine to God knows who, probably SpongeBob SquarePants.
In comics, it's all the same when the lights go out. So
that's right. Everybody's pink inside.
That's right. Evil Dookie's here saying, "What's up, gents? Got my Fatal Fluffy on the way. I'm glad to hear it. I do not have a Fatal Fluffy on the way, so
got that SDCC hookup, do you?"
Yeah, I didn't ask anybody to pick anything up. I could, but I hate to bother people, and I almost did, but it's like, man, I'll just wait.
I had every assurance given to me by hey Turk. I had every assurance given to me by Travis Moody when I was commenting on one of his posts. Like, don't worry, you'll be able to find this stuff everywhere at some point. Like, it's all clearance bound. There's something in the way that he said that made me think like the buzz around that stuff was that nobody cared it was there. And I believe that's more for the 2-pack than for the Fatal Fluffies. So I don't know. I didn't ask them to explain it, but I was like, I get it. I
I
hear
mean,
you.
they're both kind of divisive. Like if you got no nostalgia for the cartoon, you don't like I say you skipping both of those.
Yep. That's my impression too. And I get it. I get both sides of the argument. I'm just probably going to get one of each and say, I've got them. Now what? You know?
I do want to get 2 Fatal Fluffies. I heard similar comments or saw it, on posts or whatever from a couple of other places or people, sources, whatever, just randomly that were out there that were like, yeah, these are not really like selling out. Like people are getting them, but nobody's lining up and
Well, what
hyped
was
up.
last year? Last year they allowed things out for pre-order early that you could get at Joe Fest, or not Joe Fest, at SDCC only before they were coming. And I can't remember what the 2 items were, but they were very well sought after. Everybody wanted those,
The
if I remember right. I
All-Striker
can't.
is one. No,
Yeah, the Ostriker, and I can't remember what the other one was, but something else in that time frame, right?
yeah, Sarge.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't think it was Sarge and Mercer.
Was it
But
an Ostriker?
I don't
No, I
remember.
feel like
It
that's
was.
not it.
It's definitely the All-Striker. But so
If you guys remember in the chat, remind us.
that's something I was going to mention was like they didn't do. I thought that was a dick move last year. Exclusives are one thing, but like your mainline stuff, like weeks or a month or whatever before everybody else I thought that was a bit of a dick move last year, so I'm glad they didn't.
So I agree and I disagree. Dick move or not, I think that these events deserve to have whatever rewards these booths are willing to supply for going to something like SDCC. Like, if you made the trip and you bought the tickets and you've changed your weekend to accommodate that whole event, then whatever's there, I'm happy for you. Right. And if that means a couple of pre-orders that I already had, you're going to get them 2 weeks in advance. Well, I guess that's just another benefit of taking the trip and seeing what shows up sometimes. But I do feel jealous at times. I'm like, man, that's not fair. I want to do my review now. I want to play with it now. Right.
Well, I get the exclusives for that, but the regular stuff, like, you know what? I paid for Pulse Premium too.
That's that argument.
Everybody else's shit.
Yeah, when it comes to, are you paying for a premium membership? Then I can understand it. Like, maybe you should have the same window of somebody that was at STCC saying, we're going to fulfill your order early or something, right? Like, got it. Yeah.
Show us you have it pre-ordered. All right, we got you. But they're not going to go through that kind of trouble. I believe it's
no
War Chest.
There's a computer algorithm that can fill all that out for them. Like, these orders are Pulse members, send these orders out.
So I believe it's War Chest that's the big proponent of, if you pay for a Pulse Premium membership, you should be guaranteed at least one of whatever goes up for pre-order for that first hour. There shouldn't be any pre-order shit selling out that first hour. And I agree with him.
I do, but with a caveat. I agree with them, but as a company, I would say, sure, I'll do that, but it's not going to be $50 here. That's going to be a $250 subscription to make sure that you are guaranteed anything. Oh, you want that word? You're going to pay for that word dearly, right?
I'm paying for it. $50 is plenty for that. For
the common person, right?
Get for that. I mean, free shipping on things if you do big orders or whatever. Oh, hell, even if you do small orders, because it's $10 to ship a figure, pretty much. So, the free shipping is really the only benefit to having the shit.
I can understand it, but does that include your states of Alaska and Hawaii? Do they benefit from that?
I think they do. I think
that'd be good. Sure. I hope so.
SCS might know, or Clint. If Clint's made it in here, they may know.
Maybe it's just extended dates, but it's still free shipping. I don't know. Maybe like I can't see it going the same speed, but
yeah. So let's see. Derek Holloman's here. What's going on, Derek? Good to see. I noticed that too, Woody. The figures were more expensive at the convention than they are ordering them from Pulse. Maybe that's them getting their fuel surcharge to bring it all to the show.
Yeah, it's the only way the retailer is getting a cut probably is if he makes a buck off a fig, right? And one for the the stadium or wherever they were holding it, probably a cut going to them too.
I saw that too, and I was like, why do they charge more there? And that's all I could think was because they had to actually ship all that product to the show. And
Mhm.
I don't know if anybody else did that. I didn't hear that anybody else's stuff they had there was more, but Hasbro gonna Hasbro.
Hasbro gonna Hasbro. I like that.
Oh,
That's the new catchphrase this year. Jesus, Hasbro's gonna Hasbro again.
Bobby saying Pulse website's going to be the same thing as Once a Man. It's going to go up for half a minute once a day and be in a bunch of carts and vanish. You already know. Like, it won't surprise me a bit. They manufacture that.
The only one I will say that I have any insights on that I want to warn people about is the Laura Croft. All right, I was at my local gaming shop today, the one that gets me my figures. That you guys like it because it happens early sometimes, and they got a notice that they were warned that Hasbro might not be able to fulfill every order as previously thought. There was some email warning them off that that particular figure had more response than they anticipated. So some orders might be delayed by a few months and things like that. Like, it was one of those emails to the effect that he's warning off. He's like, so I tried to bring a case in, but they might cut my order down to just one, and I ordered 3. Right? There's that already talking about it behind the scenes with retailers. So just if there's anyone you should worry about, I would say that's it. That one.
I was looking on Amazon because she was available on Amazon yesterday almost all day.
So be weary.
Not on here now.
Yeah, so be weary. If you're still finding it available and things like that, that's great. But what the warehouses and the distributors are doing are sending emails out to the places that are carrying them saying, we might not be able to honor that order you just put in, right? So if you order it online, you might very well get the old Walmart left-right cancellation order from that based off of what I'm hearing already, right? So I'm not saying that's true. I'm not saying worry about it, but if you were going to put an extra effort to secure one figure, I'd be putting more effort into Laura Croft if that's one you're interested in.
If that had to come from anywhere other than your independent, your toy store telling you that, like, I would never believe that that is something that they're saying legitimately. But because they told you that, and they're a small store, so.
And that's why I can't quote the email. The quoting the email is in this natural discussion that he and I were having, but that was the warning, is just like, this demand is more than what's being able to be fulfilled. So stand by. Can you go to Bobby's question there? Because I've seen that question so often now. The one about why she's so much.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll just get through. I got a couple other things.
Sorry. Yeah.
HK Viper is here. No,
hey, man.
We're no longer at the bottom. At least I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, we get cut off.
I had Triple C's question starred first. Do you think we'll see Sky Patrol eventually? Maybe not all of them, but we'll see. I think we will see the leader. Who was the leader? Was it Major Altitude? And wasn't Airborne in that for a V2 Airborne?
Yeah, he was the clout carrier from, this is not my first time, right? But the rest of them are pretty new.
Or I could see Sky Patrol Ripcord, because we've already got a Ripcord, so I can see that.
So I could also see them doing what I keep saying it, what they're going to do with the DEF, which is re-envision it, give you some semblance of it, but change it to suit the new narratives, right? So Sky Patrol might have a new title, or it might have a new image with the same characters. A couple of them might look traditional, and you might get a whole new face added on. Who knows, right? They're showing us this stuff now, so.
Yeah. Benji saying it was the Dreadnought band last year, but Once a Man did it too. But last year, it was Cold Slither.
Cold Slither.
And And HK's it was slice and dice last year.
That was the one with the Ostriker. Yeah. Because Full Slither was its own thing. And I remember that whole buzz, and it didn't amount to much. But the two that got sold early was that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lone Dragon saying, got the shipping notice on the You Lose Street Fighter 2 head pack. I want that. Like that was those were the things I would have asked somebody to try to pick up, but I heard they sold out at the show. They that all of the Street Fighter 2 packs, like they went like that. That was one thing people were picking up. And then of course I missed it. I forgot all about it when it went up on Jada's website, but I do want to get those.
I've given up on Street Fighter out here.
I've got I still have an open Balrog, and I got to get a Kuma because I don't have him yet, and I'm gonna get T-Hawk and Zangief, but I'm not getting like the alphas that they showed at the show. I didn't play that. I played 2, and just the characters that we've seen. So I'm not gonna get those, and I didn't play them much. Only thing premium's good for is the free shipping, but everything shipped this year goes DHL. Unless you order, like if you order 2 or more figures or a deluxe or something, it will usually, at least to me, still come FedEx. But a single figure, single figures have been coming DHL, which DHL's meh. Let's see. So there is Bobby's comment you were talking about Lara Croft.
So I why is it so much higher than when she comes with why does Lara Croft cost so much when 2 major accessories she comes with have been reproduced? And I'm sure we're talking about the pole axes. Is it her pistol, the other one, or something? The rope, maybe.
I think you might have meant reused, not reduced.
Reused, yeah. No, and I get that point. I think the reason, honestly, if I'm looking at it, I think they have to pay for the rights of Lara Croft to the video game company that owns her. I think it's a shared project. It's the only explanation I keep coming back to that makes any sense is part of their fees, and they're not going to absorb what they need to pay that other company. They'll just raise the cost and let them absorb it. Like, to me,
they know they can sell it at that price. Everybody's bitching about it, but
but they glammed up that retro pack too with some metallic paint, so it's a really good pack. Like the box, come on.
Last time they glammed up a retro card, it went really well.
Yeah,
Flint. There's Clint saying, Clint Jorgensen saying, if you bring up that state, I'm stopping what I'm doing. Talking about Hawaii, and wasn't out yet when SCS lived there.
Okay.
Lone Dragon was mentioning the Jim Bro Skeletor. I wouldn't mind having Jim Bro Skeletor. That figure's cool.
So having hey, look, we're Toy Tube official now. There it is. I was waiting for this guy to show up.
Yeah. There he is.
So having recently watched Masters of the Universe for the first time on Prime, because I had Prime and it showed up, good, because I was almost going to pay to see it. My favorite Skeletor out of all of the Skeletors there is the one nobody mentioned. It is the black John Wick looking, the black tuxedo in the nightclub John Wick Skeletor, where he puts him through the table. I was like, that is a badass motherfucking looking Skeletor right there. I want that one.
So is the interpretation of the perfect date Skeletor supposed to be that Skeletor because he was on a date at the club when that happened? So that's what I was wondering. I don't know if it is supposed to be or not, because he does kind of look similar, but I don't know. So
I'm going to rewatch some of those scenes, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big enough Masters fan to care, really.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the movie was awesome, and I like what they're doing. I have the Skeletor. Purple Elf bought the Skeletor, and I've got it in there, and we we opened it, and we're like, it's fun. Like, it's a fun figure. We were at Target, and we were looking at them, and I was like, that Skeletor is badass. She's like, I like that Skeletor. I said, well, I'm buying it, but I'm waiting on it to go on clearance because they're going to be on clearance any day. And she's like, well, I ain't waiting. I like it. So she bought it. So we were doing all kind of fun shit, having Skeletor fight people. We opened up a Mythic Legion or a Savage Crucible and having Skeletor fight it. What's up, Carlos?
Yeah, that one's for sure secured with me right now. I've got it secured 2 places. GameStop's one. Yeah. All right, let's get caught up on the chat. We'll figure out what we're going from there.
I'm working on it.
No, I know. I'm cheering you on because it's we're a bit behind, right?
Yeah, I'm trying. And
try harder. So this is me hitting him from this side of the screen. You've seen it. I'm abusing him.
Airborne was a different character. Skydive was the leader. I was thinking Major Altitude was. So.
I Stretcher, I think, was one. Like, I heard Sermon. I don't know. I'd have to look at the list. I did a whole thing on them a while ago. Yeah, Static Line, which is just funny. Isn't that just a training line for learning how to parachute? Static Line?
Yeah. And then I had I think it was Major Altitude was the one that I had, I believe, because his head looked like Tom Skerritt from Tom. Oh, I had him. I never did get any of the Viper Scout mentioned in the vehicles.
That was the thing that killed them for me. Big silver back metal looking vehicles.
I wish I'd have gotten some of their vehicles are expensive as shit now if you go back and try to get those. I never got any of them, but I I take that back. I had I didn't get any of the big ones. I had the Skyhawk, whatever they called the silver metallic Skyhawk. I know which one, but I didn't get the Raven or any of the big ones. That one they're expensive.
Oh yeah.
Her major accessories are supposed to be pointy pyramid shape. Why are they so round? Lara Croft. There is Shark Eyes, who I'm expecting to put a review up of that Lara Croft figure any day now. What's up, Adam? How you doing?
And he'll answer why they're not shaped like pyramids. He'll probably mention something like, well, first off, mate, you have to know what a real boob feels like, right?
They don't look like that when they come out of the bra, mates.
Yeah, like a couple bags of sand.
Damn.
What's going on?
There's Cooter's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Let's see. Triple C saying it's getting a sequel despite it being a flop. That's because the people that they made it for loved it, and they're going to keep watching it and getting merch. And they talked about that being a series on Amazon, but I guess now it is definitely a movie. It worked.
I think the movie is a big part of a much larger contract. I think that sees them not worrying about the revenue of the box office as much as what it does after, right? It's, to me, that's what it felt like. I don't see that movie not making money somehow. If Superman can make money, so can this fucking thing, right?
I liked it. I've watched it once since it hit Prime last week. It
was okay.
I really liked it. It was everything I hoped it would be. Like it, it was better than I was expecting, and as good as I hoped.
All right, I'm going to say it. I've been really dancing around this. When I say that I'm not a Motu fan, I grew up and didn't like it. I fucking hated Motu as a kid. Honestly, I hated that line. I never grew to like it much as an adult. I have 2 figures upstairs from new Motu stuff to see if I changed my opinions. I hadn't. That's why you never saw me review them. So when I say that Masters of the Universe was okay, trust me, that's changing my opinion a lot of what I thought of the figures for that movie. Right. So there you go.
A glowing endorsement
It
for them
is.
to be
I
okay.
love the explanation for all their names that he gave. You know, I like that. Like,
Yes.
let's have fun with this because that's what that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the absolute best. I think as far as like the callbacks and like the end jokes and stuff, I think probably my favorite one was the end where they were standing around laughing.
Oh God, and Cringe is staring into the camera like, what the fuck? Right? Yeah. Like I liked those fourth wall breaking too. It was the senseless laughing and looking up to do it and all that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, that was awesome. I
But
loved the deep cut humor.
and then they cut away from it and you're like, "Oh man, were they really just doing that?" And then they go back to it. So you're like, "Holy shit, they are actually doing it."
Oh yeah,
So
there was
I
a few good jokes in there buried. I think my favorite one was like Fisto's punching people, and they just made a big deal about stop saying he's fisting people, and he's like, keep fisting them, Ram Man, give them head. I was like,
man.
yes.
That was great. So some people didn't like that. Some people didn't like the adult humor that was in there. I thought it was just
Because they
adult.
brought their 8-year-old, not expecting them to hear those kind of references. But
If your
I'm sorry, but
8-year-old, if your 8-year-old knows what fisting is, you need to do some work on your parenting.
well, and first off, why are you dragging your 8-year-old to your childhood movie? Because you want them to like it, right? Well,
That's the price you pay is they get to learn a new phrase.
yeah, they're
So
not being raised on Scooby Doo like we were, buds. They need better humor.
that's right. Let's see. Was it just me, or was the SDCC classified display underwhelming? I didn't get the skateboard layout. I get why yes, it was underwhelming because everything kept falling over. The snow, the just cotton shit that your grandma used to put on the mantle at Christmas time looked terrible. I get that maybe they were in a hurry. I don't know, but nobody would go and set the figures back up. Half the
Yeah,
pictures you see, the shit's all falling over because they
there's
used fake snow.
so it occurred to me like as much fun as we had ripping on that display because like you said, everything looked wonky because it was wonky. And then I realized why. I was like, you know what? There was probably no good pictures of that shit available after day one because who can spare the time to set that booth up over and over again? And everybody's probably bumping into that thing. It was that probably crowded that it was probably getting knocked every 3 minutes. Right. So
I'm paying $50 a month or a year for Pulse Premium, just like half the people in this chat and everywhere else. You got enough money to pay a guy with the key to that case to keep setting the stuff back up so the pictures
and
don't look good.
And I think if you were to do a time elapse, you would see that guy only leaving to go to the bathroom, and then he's just setting things up the whole time because it's
Hey,
yeah, it'd be a fun job though.
that's what you're
I would
getting
enjoy
paid
that.
for, Earl.
Yeah.
And the skateboards I thought was a nice touch to use them for shelvings. Unfortunately, you didn't get to see what they looked like.
Yeah, and I didn't understand, were they trying to promote something at the same time with the
Yeah,
skateboards that was going on, right? Like,
yeah, there's 4 or 5 new skateboard decks that they're in a
yeah.
partnership with somebody, and they're all the early classified
So
versions of the characters.
I knew about that because Lawrence had mentioned he had ordered them. But when I look at those shelves at SDCC where the GI Joe display is, weren't they clear plexiglass skateboard shelves with nothing on them except the figures?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why didn't you use the real skateboard deck as the shelf?
I don't know. There was some choices made when they set that thing
Mhm.
up. And then Adam saying Laura is $100 Australian here, which is 20 more than it should be. Well, it's people are saying it's 15 or 17 here more.
Yeah, and that's actually like mine. Me in Australia, I think our dollar is very similar compared to yours, and that's way more than it is here. And I think most of that is exporting fees. Like it feels like that would be a lot of it because that's. I think we're anticipating a $60 hit for that figure, 60 to 70.
Man, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it was 60, 65 for you guys. Um,
Mhm.
Let's see. We got Jedi Ben stopping in. What's going on, buddy? Saying the Motu movie was hella fun. So I thought so. I liked it.
Yeah.
Liked it.
Yeah, it was a good time.
You watched the bootleg. Watch the red letter version. Let's see. Australia setting the price. Hasbro Australia set that price.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so that no big surprise reveal for I think the surprise reveal that we all like, the big thing, people were waiting for the Thunder Machine. Everybody all but knew that they were going to do the Thunder Machine there. And I think because they saved it, that was their big, whoa, look, a surprise that everybody knew. I really think that it was October Guard is what it wound up being. That's really what I think the big surprise thing really was for.
I could see that being the
most people.
underhanded approach. I see what you're saying, and I could almost see it if it was an underhanded, like, we'll bring this as a name drop, and this will be the big feature of it, because we're not expecting the Thunder Machine to be as big as. But I do think you're right. I think it was supposed to be the Thunder Machine, and the buzz around that was just so popular that we just were like, it's either coming now or everybody riots. So we knew it was coming, right? And then, oh, nobody liked that front end, right? Oh, so it's not really an SDCC reveal if you don't like it, right? Like, that's the way that felt to me. But
I think they really meant for it too. I'm just wondering if
yeah,
they intended to do it there, or if
I
they
don't
were
know.
like, yeah, we really ain't got shit else, and we need to give these people something because there's no HasLab. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Who knows?
I mean, to me, we're just looking at a bunch of releases that fell left and right of SDCC, right? And excluding them, and we shouldn't be. It's a calendar release, not a single event weekend. And we think it should be just a single event weekend. And I'm like, I don't know if their production lines work that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about the Hot Wheels, but it's Matchbox.
Oh,
They're
what
doing
a
the
terrible looking
trailer.
movie.
I'm like, how are they gonna make
Yeah.
this work? And I watched the trailer and I'm like, they really didn't. It's a pretty good leap to if you guys
That's what
haven't
I
seen
did.
the trailer.
How are you
If you guys
tying
had,
this to the little cars? Oh, it's an Italian job kind of friggin' thing. Like,
if you guys have not seen the trailer for Matchbox, please, when we are done, wait till we're done. Go watch the trailer for Matchbox. And
yeah.
I'll give you a quick synopsis. It's a group of friends that played Matchbox cars together when they were kids and were good friends, and then did what happens when you're, 10 and whatever, people drift or whatever. So there's one dude that disappeared for a long time, and he comes back, and he actually winds up being like a James Bond kind of guy, and he gets involved in some crazy shit, and his old friends somehow get drug into it, and they're just normal people like you and me, and they get drug into some CIA spy shit,
Fast
and
and the Furious bullshit.
then somehow they wind up getting to pick a vehicle out of this giant warehouse to help him because they're buddies, and they're going to help him do whatever needs doing, saving his name or getting the MacGuffin device back, whatever it is. So his
Yeah.
old childhood friends are going to help him, and they get to pick these vehicles to help him do this. And like Crow said, it winds up being some kind of Fast and the Furious Italian job stuff. So there's one chick that's flying like a Cobra attack helicopter.
Because remember when we were kids, I used to fly it above you guys, so that inclines me to be a pilot now.
Exactly. Like how, like I am interested. Just because I want to know how they shoehorn all this stuff into kids, elementary school age kids playing Matchbox together.
Oh,
To wonder,
You know the devices they use. That entire group of friends that aren't the CIA agents will have the most mundane jobs, but one witty little skill that makes them very unique to a vehicle they will drive later. Right? Like I
That's
was a
right.
boat captain when I was in high school. Oh my god, we have a hovercraft! Like,
Right. Like if I ever need to help you guys, and Dale's dead bug van is there from
yeah.
into the hill, I can drive Dale's dead bug van.
Thank
So
God Darren was here. What's going on, Ed?
good to see you, buddy. And I think I just pulled a pump because I think my mouse battery just died. I don't understand how I go through mice batteries. Like, I do not understand how I go through the batteries for these things. I'm gonna just lick this battery here.
Does it have a small little red LED light that
Yes,
is plugged into your computer?
it's not plugged in. It's a wireless.
Is it? Oh, it's a wireless? Then that's why. It's a trickle. It's a trickle charge that's coming out of your batteries at all times.
Man, I'm telling you. So Derek's saying October Guard and Thunder Machine are the wins.
Glad to hear him say that.
October Guard definitely was.
It's just nice to hear somebody still count that Thunder Machine that everybody screamed for a year and a half as a win.
It's a win.
Right? Please, thank you. Yes, it's a win. You got it. Good.
So Adam saying Diana was definitely the highlight for me. You guys, here they've apparently changed the lore to reflect the October Guard, or maybe there was an R on there.
October
Guard are now a resistance group. You know, if that's what they've got to change to get the figures made, and they don't change the figures too drastically, because I can see that realistically people using them for that.
Yeah, as soon as I read that, I'm like, yeah, because the MacGuffin here is Darklonia, right? It was never us versus Russia. It was us versus Darklonia, right? Like, we're good. Carry on with October Guard.
I did not see that. I did not see that that had come out, but I'm okay with that. I'm not really one for changing lore, but if that's what it takes to get us either cartoon or comic accurate October Guard figures, I can go with that. That's okay.
Yeah, the risk being is if they had written it anything about the Russians and the Ukraine, right? Then it's like you're picking a side depending on how you write these stories, and that's not going to go over. So don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Do this, right?
Yeah. 100%. Brian King's in the house. What's going on, Brian? I'm just gonna leave that up so we can look at his.
It's a really good view of the YouTube arrow. That's what I'm looking at. I swear to God.
Is that Mistress Armada? I definitely need that figure.
Clapping cheeks for attention span.
Clap on, clap off. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure I didn't miss any. Boy, you guys are. I'm glad you guys are chatting it up tonight. So, 3 October Guard have already been done. Like they've got them like in the can done, or okay?
Well, I know Diane, plus I know of one more that's supposed to probably come, but I didn't hear about a third. But yeah, it wouldn't make sense to just stick Diane out there by herself, right? A couple more need to be ready to be released. But I don't know where Evil Dookie gets his info. He might have an insight that I haven't heard yet, or could just be speculating. I don't know.
Hey,
Triple C.
Yeah. No.
I was never a fan of the Thunder Machine. I love the concept, but it was this blue and red hot rod that I just didn't have any appeal for. As an adult, I like it enough that I'm probably going to order it, but it didn't make or break me how it was presented the other day. I was surprised at how many people it broke, right? Yeah. And my snarkiness comes from just listening to let's call it 2 years of screaming Thunder Machine HasLab, Thunder Machine, Thunder Machine, Thunder Machine. And then when it's presented, all I hear is the screaming, not my Thunder Machine, right? And I was like, what an ingracious hobby I'm in, right?
It was never going to live up to expectations. Maybe if they have made it a HasLab, which I have campaigned against from the beginning, against it being a HasLab, but maybe if it was, it might have met the expectations people had for it.
Yeah.
With working police lights and things.
Yeah, I would have hoped that they had wired this thing for those lights. If you're going to make such a point of making them so big and noticeable, I would have liked them shining. Sure. My thing about that front end, as I see it, guys, I know it's much narrower than the Pontiac Firebird or whatever it was back in the 80s. It was a much larger, wider front end, much more iconic to the car that it was pulled off of for this junk heap. My question is, has it ever occurred to anybody there might have been a licensing fee that has come in for that vehicle since then that made them steer away from that design? Do you know why Hot Wheels doesn't make that many Ferraris, if ever? Is because of those fees, right? They don't make Ferraris unless it's a very special project. If it's anything to do with licensing, I'd be fine with that, but I don't think it is. I think it's as simple as they did, in fact, reuse the All-Striker chassis, the very bottom of it, and they made it fit that. Everything else is extending off of it.
I don't think it's licensing because there's not enough of it there for them to.
No, but it looks so different that I'm like, if they were worried about it, they have no reason to now. Not at all. Right.
And I don't see GM going after somebody because they modeled something off the front end of a car that hadn't been made for 30 years from a line that hadn't been made for 15.
Again, I don't understand sometimes what has proprietary ownership over other things when they're past models, like you said, 30 years ago, right? But my point is instead of screaming they didn't do it, maybe ask why didn't they do it? Like, why didn't they do it? Maybe there's a perfectly logical explanation, or just don't buy it because right now, who is it? Rowdy Toys. There's a few people making better Thunder machines, right? Like that are more traditional. So I just kind of be like, hey, if you don't like it that much, you have options.
Well, we'll come back to the Thunder machine because I do have a picture of it, and we'll talk about it a little bit because I have a theory on what they're trying to do with it, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Triple C saying SoCal did them October Guard. SoCal don't count. It's a custom.
They
don't count.
And I don't think that's who Evil Dookie was referring to either.
No, I don't think so either. But maybe because they've done 2. They hadn't done 3. I think they've done 2. Anyway, they don't count. Lady Virgo's in the house. What's going on?
Nice. Good to see you, lady.
Good to see you. Lunchbox Killer has joined us. What's going on?
How's it going?
Yep.
I think Jelly Bean, Kyle Jackson showed up. There he is. This is the creator of I was just telling everybody, your Trike 2.0. I'm working on getting the photos done first before I can get the video and everything. I've got the characters there, but Kyle, this is yours that you made. Thank you very much. And I was telling guys, velocipede or pentacycle is the term for something like this, right? 5-wheel bike. But Kyle say hi to everybody. Say hi to Kyle in the chat and let him know you've seen his custom here because we'll get the video out here in a while. You can take me off full screen, please. I needed full screen to show this, though. Absolutely
did. That thing does look awesome. You did a good job, Kyle. Thing looks great.
You really did, buddy.
And I got the characters. See, there's love out there for the October Guard that we did get, Big Bear and Red Star. They were
back in the day.
Well, we only got 2 back in the day. We only got those 2, and then I think they did a set later. But they don't.
I think was it Big Bear had more than one repaint.
Yeah, they did do a set later. So yeah, I'll agree with you, Adam. After they do the originals, yeah, and I'd probably get them, but I was disappointed when the Real American Hero original 82 to 94 October Guard characters that we got. I was really disappointed that they made 2 new like characters and not give us the ones that we'd been looking at since issue whatever 6 or 7.
So if you want to guess at who else is coming, guys, just remember, like when we saw Zanya's hat, and I think it's different on it. Somebody was saying, even though we saw it and it's the Soviet cap, Zanya's cap is not the same cap that comes with Diana. Somebody was saying, right? But it was a good clue that she was on the way. But if you look at the Special Forces RPG 7 that legacy figure comes out with, that's a Soviet RPG. You can guarantee you there's going to be an October Guard carrying one of those around, right?
Yeah. There better be, since we got it in the line. And
in the comic, there always was, right?
That will be a disgrace if they put out the October Guard and don't give us an RPG with it.
Two Uzis and another one of the friggin' bazookas one, right? The Carl G.
Look, like I said earlier, Hasbro going Hasbro.
Yep.
All right, I am going through some pictures here on.
Good. I'm going to turn my screen off for a sec.
All right. Well, I don't have them on the screen. I'm just.
But I have asparagus in my hands. Everybody look at my asparagus.
Asparagi. So I'll show you.
That's 8 inches of asparagus.
Damn asparagus. Oh, let's see. We'll share this tab. So this is histank.com. I got pulled up. I thought this was pretty cool that they actually brought out a hooded Cobra Commander for the panel.
I'm sorry, man. He looks. I felt like a very cynical Princess Leo when I saw that. Aren't you a little round to be a Cobra Commander?
I'm just look. I want to laugh too, but I'm just glad that they actually did this. Could you imagine like 3 years ago if they'd have tried to do this?
He'd been tased on the way in the door.
Yeah, he wouldn't have made it, man.
No.
Triple C saying Gridiron will fix the Thunder Machine. They won't fix mine because I ain't gonna buy no Gridiron shit to put on it. Hasbro,
it would be worth Mark's money to even try.
So,
I mean, how much money would Gridiron make off that? I wonder. Maybe.
So let's see. I'm just going through the pictures again. This is his tank I got pulled up. So was this Emily? People are saying this was Emily.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't know. What did it sound like, Emily? I couldn't hear her.
This is who they were saying sounded like her, right?
Mm.
I think this is who they said that sounded like her. I didn't watch any of this part. I
never paid attention to where Emily went after she left that team, right? Whether she was on a hiatus, a sabbatical, or she had moved on.
She's still in marketing, but she's just not as directly involved with the Joe stuff, I guess. But she's still there doing marketing. Roughshod is in the house. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Roughshod. Yeah.
Yeah, Hooded Coco been snacking.
Yeah,
Fatal Fluffy.
I was just like, I don't think I was the only one that noticed that. I was like, this is not imposing, but I mean, I appreciate that somebody cosplayed as him. That was it.
Yeah, and then we got our Battle Mask Cobra Commander come out. Yeah, who put the fork down. This was cool. Let's see. Go through these. There's a bunch of these.
Well, I know that they showed up. Yeah, Cold Slither showed up and took over.
So
bragged about how they were the biggest thing in SDCC last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to meet our new design, our team, and brand or lead designer and all that good stuff. So we'll go through and we'll look at some of their pictures. So we got this that went up on Walmart the other day on Tuesday with Sneak Peek.
Yep.
Or no, this wasn't Tuesday. This was third or Snake Out. I'll lump those two in together because they both always
Well, first off, you said Sneak Peek, and I was like, you mean Psych Out? And then you were worried about a date, and I was like, nope, That's not the issue. But yeah, did you order this?
Thursday.
No, that this has
So
been out.
I saw this when I ordered. So I busted ass, went to Walmart and ordered Psych Out. Then I went over to Pulse and ordered Psych Out. And when I pulled Psych Out up, I saw this at Hasbro when I went over to Hasbro. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't know this was coming out. I guess some people did. I didn't know. I had no idea they were doing this. I don't think most anybody knew that they were doing this. And I saw it. It was up, and I didn't order it. I have two of these Range Vipers. I almost ordered it. I'm like, I don't need any more Range Vipers. I'm not ordering this. So I didn't. Then I went over to Walmart and I saw it up at Walmart. And what was funny on Walmart, when you pulled it up, so there's a third party seller on Walmart.com.
Yeah. The price comparisons.
When you pulled it up, one was $128 and one was $28, and they were side by side. And I was like, somebody is going to be in a hurry and they're going to fuck up and they're going to buy that $128 Range Viper because they showed up side by side.
Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of people joked about doing that. Like, oh, whoops.
So I did not order Range Viper. Did you order any Range Vipers? Did chat?
I did.
Range Vipers?
So I'm seeing, I think it was Nolan asking in the comments. First off, in one of the photos, yes, we did catch the numbers for those sets. I don't remember what the numbers were, but you can see it in one of the photos of the booths. But with regards,
they're out there.
Yeah, with regards to the Canadian ordering, Nolan asks, he says, I hope the Canadian Walmart gets a nice assortment of the Range Viper. They were slow at first. I got on there and like hours later, they did have some. I ordered one, but it didn't come out at the same time as the US Walmarts did. So I was able to get Psych Out on one day, the Range Viper the next day through those sites because, everything everywhere else was selling out. But one and done for that because if I bought any more, I was just sure. I was like, that's an order that's going to get canceled if I ask for more than one, right? I didn't have this before, so
and it's honestly not that great of a figure. It's through that era where the quality was kind of sketchy. I mean, it's not a horrible figure, but like the torso on it's pretty loose. Just because it's a cool figure and you don't have it, a lot of people missed it. I can definitely understand picking it up.
Walmart made it really hard.
I got lucky on that as I didn't have my order canceled, my Big Ben and Range Viper when that happened. But by the time these came out, I had 6 Range Vipers.
So I like Bobby's point.
I wasn't doing YouTube then, but I had 2 open Range Vipers and 4 in the box sitting here by the time these went up for pre-order, or by the time they shipped them out, because I ordered some from overseas.
Yeah, and see, this was at the point where I was just joining this line and didn't figure out that Walmart exclusives weren't available at other stores. So I was looking in all the wrong places and did not know I had to go online. So I was trying to find this guy in the wild. Good luck with that.
I would love to see pictures of anybody that ever saw this figure in the wild at a Walmart.
I'm sure it's happening.
I think I saw a couple on Facebook back in those days, but I'd say that's how hot I was for this line. At the time this figure come out, I didn't have all the figures. I was buying the back catalog and I was buying new figures as they were revealing them. But Range Viper was like, what, 78, 76, something like that. I think he was 78. So I wasn't even doing YouTube. I hadn't started my channel yet. I started my channel the end of that year, and I ordered this figure from overseas because of how awesome I thought it was. You realize with this character, and I know this now, but I didn't know it then, how many views if I had to put that video out before everybody started ordering shit from over there and doing videos on it. I
Well,
think
so
about that sometimes.
yeah. So here's the thing I like about this, right? We saw this when they redid Major Blood. They used virtually the same Cobra Island Major Blood, but with a fresh repaint. And then they rolled the dice and realized like a lot of people missed Major Blood and they were appreciative of getting this one. A lot of people missed
Yeah.
this Range Viper. Let's give them another shot. Whether they did anything to retool this or not, I don't know. But this gives me hope that they were hearing people and they said, you know what, you didn't give us a lot of Arctic bats. A lot of people didn't
Yeah.
get their orders on that. You know, maybe some re-release problematic figures are on the horizon, especially with the winter shit coming. Maybe those bats could be revisited. I don't know.
And yeah, I went back to Bobby's comment here. I like how they talked about redoing Range Viper for those who missed it and missed it again. Yeah, hopefully some more people got it this time around. But the Arctic bats, like they're doing it too. Like we've been told they're coming. They're up for pre-order on all of the places. I don't know if they've sold out or not. Last I checked, Entertainment Earth still had open pre-orders for them. But
Yeah.
I like this too. Like I don't care about the value of back stuff. I did like at a time, but now like I don't care. So I don't care if it deflates the value of the original one because it's going to be in a window box. I just hope people can get it.
So
I got lucky with that, with the Arctic bat with Amazon
yeah.
when they went up.
Mhm.
I ordered 5, and I just got hit it at the right time that I actually was able to get them, and so
So
I've 5, and I traded 2 other ones.
just to focus again last on Bobby's point, again, another reason why I like that they redid this, right? What's this tell resellers? This tells resellers that while you're looking at your figure thinking you're going to get $100 for it, be prepared to have it become obsolete really quick for the not obsolete, but reduced in price because
Yeah,
Hasbro might very well re-release that high demand figure again. They're capable of it. I kind of like
yeah,
sending that message out there because if that
I do
reduces
too.
people bulk buying and then canceling orders on pre-orders and causing that entire fuckery, I'm all for it.
That don't really stop them from manufacturing the FOMO because they're still doing that.
No,
So,
but maybe if they buy lower numbers because they don't want to take that risk as much, maybe that helps fix things too.
Triple C saying psych out, sold out too fast.
Yeah.
He might have sold out on Pulse too fast, but he's right there on Walmart. Like
Yep. And
he is still up. I didn't log out there. I got one in my cart right there.
yeah.
He's
And
still up.
Triple C, I'm sorry, but I'm also one of those guys. I've been paying attention to your conversation about Walmart, and while I agree with you, it seems like some of the problem you have is that they're asking for payment plans that you don't have, right? And that's I don't know if that's necessarily Walmart's fault. I'm not saying it's yours, but it's just a matter of they're not the right fit for you, right? But like you had advised before, of like maybe people need to have prepaid cards set aside for
Yeah.
Joe's because Walmart's a problem, right?
Yeah.
And it's just a changing process. That's all.
That's it. That's the way my cousin does his with Pulse. Like
Yeah,
he uses a preloaded card, and if he forgets to load that card, he's actually missed stuff because of it. But he's got a card that he just uses for that.
yeah.
So
Because on like,
that's the way to do
I didn't mean that to sound judgmental of Triple C. It's not. It's I look at it from Walmart's perspective, and really all they care is that they sell out. Really, just
it.
sell my
Yeah,
stock, right?
Walmart don't care.
Yeah, I don't care
Uh,
if I have to cancel your order because it meant I sold all my stock.
yeah. Well, I mean, I agree too. Like, I mean, not like I haven't made videos complaining about the way that they do their ordering. Done 2 of them now. Uh,
Mhm.
Cypher saying, is the Range Viper 1-for-1? Is there something different between the toy? I think it's just the window box. Now, the plastic may be different if they're making it in the other factory now. I don't know. But if from what I can tell, it looks like the exact same figure.
Well, remember somebody brought it up. Somebody brought it up in the chat about the 788 Range Viper may have fixed the issues with the original Range Viper, and if they're just going to use that buck, then would you consider that a change?
It's a little better, but I wouldn't consider it fixed because he's still loose too. I guess better is better, but it's not the way it should be, I don't think.
Yeah.
So let's see. You got people. Triple C got a Range Viper. Carlos got one. Should have ordered two. It's not a bad figure. It was through that period where the construction of them got a little janky.
Yeah. I'm still happy. I'm finally at least checking that one off the list. It was one that I had written off. I'm not going to get it because every time I'd seen it at conventions, they wanted like 80 US for it, 60 to 80 US or above. I was like, no.
Yeah. I wish I'd have hung on to the Arctic Bats, but I did the Range Vipers. I traded. Like I knew how hot they would be because I bought them and got them in here. I got them like 3 weeks before they shipped, and I traded them for back catalog figures I didn't have yet for the most part.
Yeah.
So Arctic Bats, yeah. Clint saying hopefully those movie Snake Eyes figures get re-released.
Yeah, I see Steve's response to that.
They're still at Ollie's.
Yeah.
So Range Viper and Carlos says here wouldn't mind a reissue Iron Grenadier. I figured the next time we saw the Range Viper would be a retro card, and I think
same
do that with Iron Grenadier.
I hope they do because honestly, the Iron Grenadier, get rid of that petticoat for the retro card or shorten it so you can put that thing in the despoiler, whichever Despros thing. You can't right now. Yeah.
Target still got Crimson Twins and Cobra Island Roadblock on the website. Can't find the brand new shit for 2 weeks after it comes out or more, but they've still got Cobra Island Roadblock on there for $18.99. Kyle saying never saw Range Vipers or Eels at all in the store. Well, the Eels were an Amazon exclusive.
I saw an eel at GameStop.
Well, y'all are different up there.
Yeah, it was weird. It was the only one.
But yeah, they were the boxed ones, and not only were they an Amazon exclusive, that was one of the only figures that they managed to keep a secret when they did the fan stream and showed it off. Like maybe knowing what we know now, there were probably people that knew about it, but the general public, that was a complete shock when they showed that eel, and it being an Amazon exclusive, that thing went like that. And I ordered, I was able to order 2, and then I think I was able to get 2 from Pulse. And I traded 2, and then I still have my 2 I got from Amazon. But so that was a good reuse of doing the retro cards that way when they reissued that figure because so many people weren't able to get it.
And revisiting Troop Builders is always a good idea anyways, right?
Yeah. So let's see here. Make sure I ain't missing out on nothing. Picked up a couple of Ross Snow Serpents. Is that the one I bought? Yeah, I bought one. I found one at Ross for $8.99 and bought it.
Jesus. Is that the retro Snow Serpent?
Yeah, the retro.
Okay, retro.
When they went to Ross, they were $8.99 at Ross. Now even the Ross stuff has gone up here. So Benji says, missed on Range Viper again. Maybe it'll hit Walmart. Got 2 honey hole Walmarts in my area. I'm nowhere near the one that I used to find stuff at. So, all right, let's go through. We saw Psych out, so I'm just flipping through our pictures. So we got our retro Falcon. So here's something that I thought was kind of strange. So we're getting retro Falcon now, Like he'll be out this year because this is the last wave of retro cards coming out this year. But next year, all of the retro cards are going to be dedicated to the movie. They said all 3 waves are going to be G.I. Joe the movie figures. Why are we getting Falcon now? Instead of
maybe because they have a far more abundant movie figure list than what you're picturing.
Okay, I'll go with that.
More than 12.
We won't know till we.
Yeah, it's the only explanation I'd have is that they have 12 other figures on top of this one ready to go, and they probably had a list of like 20 and they narrowed it down, right? Like, I don't know. One thing I will say is I don't think retro card is necessarily going to be like, remember Recondo? Recondo, it was the first time we'd seen Recondo in his proper dress, right? Before that, we just had a Tiger Force. So I'm feeling like we're going to get characters that we see in the cartoon that maybe we don't have a classified parallel for.
Okay, could be. I do like this Falcon, and I like that they gave him a somewhat accurate shotgun. Like I like that. We don't have that shotgun yet. I love my shotguns and pistols. So
I was trying to figure out if that was like an Ithaca or what kind of pump shotgun it was, but I was so happy to see it. I was like, man,
tactical pump like an Ithaca or Benelli, something like that. That's what it.
Yeah, because it's the proper it's the proper infantry shotgun. First of all, low maintenance, not a big technical shotgun. Looks cool. But also that shotgun that they kept throwing in with him and everybody else that they wanted to have a shotgun. I have so many of those in my bits box right now, right? 3-piece weapon system.
I like my shotguns, but man, that one is terrible. The one that came with that first Falcon and Wolf Spider. I hate that shotgun.
Yeah. That buttstock is terrible. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Cypher saying all the Targets in my area have the Snake Eyes movie figures at full price. No Zap way. Wait, they still have the movie figures on the peg at full price? Jesus.
Yeah, I've seen a Walmart out here that was like that up until very recently. They just didn't know what to charge, so they charged full price for that. And I'm like, do you not realize why you still have that?
It took forever for them to get rid of those figures here. Yeah. They're still so the Ollies that I used to go to quite a bit when I had my other job, when I was able to hit stores up every other day, they still had some of those movie figures. But damn, being on the store, a big box store in the shelf for regular price, that's kind of cray. Ultra Mensch is here. What's going on, man? Good to see.
Hey.
Carlos saying Psych Out's gun reminds him of the rise of Cobra Neo Vipers a little bit, and the counter Energon he's shooting, or counter Dire that he's shooting, reminds me of the plasma guns from Ghostbusters 2.
Sure.
That's going to be a big retro card. A lot of people are saying that Jedi being
that's the one I feel strongest about is like, yeah, I think that. And I also believe Pythona will fall into that because as Lawrence pointed it out, and I would emphasize a point I was making, right? Pythona, because what else are you doing with that buck?
Well, I mean, I wonder what they could do other than packaging and maybe tweaking the colors a bit to make that Pythona.
You strip her down about non-essential. Yeah, no, just to make her a retro card though. Like you reduce that kit, but I mean, like it's the only thing you're going to use that buck for until you add way more deco layers on it and turn it into somebody else, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll give somebody else her torso and dye her technology.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. There's Jersey Eddie checking in. What's going on, man?
Hi.
Adam does not like the Falcon. So, okay. All right. Let me know when you're.
You Aussies love your technical shotguns, eh?
No, he said that's the best part is the shotgun. So he can let us know next week when he reviews it.
Maybe he's being sarcastic, meaning that the figure's that bad that the worst shotgun in the world is the best part.
I can do without ever seeing this backpack, though. I hate this thing.
You know what? I've quietly appreciated that backpack the whole time. That to me is a very cool little patrol pack with a radio in it. It's closed off. You don't see the radio because guess what? We cover our radios from the rain when we patrol. It has the whip out. The whip is folded nicely, and then the knife sheath and the canteens and the rope. I really liked this backpack a lot. It was one of my favorite features of the figure.
I just don't like it because it is so big and throws the balance off. It is so hard to pose a figure with that backpack on, and then the antenna is like 3.5 inches long. So every time it falls, it pops out. You think you broke it. Adam's saying it's supposed to be a bare-chested Serpentor on the horizon. See Battle of Springfield, episode or issue 50. Word.
Sexy Serpentor.
I'd probably buy that as long as they get the nipples right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
they're reusing the old Naked Gambit buck from Marvel.
Well, we just got a shirtless Wolverine, so
there you go. Yep.
So this one, Carlos, I would say is a shoe-in for that line. He needs 2 heads though. He needs a regular head and he needs the blind head. Don't just give me the blind head, and don't just give me the regular head because it won't be right if you can't swap those out.
Wouldn't you feel ripped off if they didn't give you a blind head? Because really, what is a blind head but just no eye color, right? You just make the eyes white. You don't paint the eyes.
Maybe do a different face sculpt with him where he's like, sad. I don't know.
Awkwardly crossed eyes, maybe.
Watch them do this roadblock and then just give us the same little snake once a man Cobra Commander with it all together.
Oh yeah.
What they do with it. So
if you force it, it'll go on his back.
Yeah. If you heat it up, you can do it. Joe Fan 84 is here. What's going on, dude?
Hey man.
All right. So I'm not ignoring you guys, but I got to get through these slides.
Yeah.
So if you see anything in the comment, Crow, if you see anything there in the comments I need to highlight, let me know. Dork Shop is here. What's up, Dork Shop?
You didn't give me a chance to tell you Dork Shop was here. You just jumped right on that. God, trying to do my job.
I would love a Chuckles retro card, and if they do it right, I will tell you that is an actual retro card that I would buy 2 of.
Yeah, and I think it's probable, honestly, because again, we're talking about the movie, right?
I would buy. How many pictures of this fucking backpack are there?
Just keep scrolling, man. They're a lot. God. It's his tank. It's his tank. They're a photo dump.
So there's our Valkyrie, retro card Valkyrie. So also just went up for pre-order yesterday. Did you order either of these 2?
Yeah, I ordered one of each. I always order one of each. Lately, I've been keeping them in the boxes, you and I talked about backstage, but I had that Valkyrie 2-pack. And when they did the Cobra Trooper in that blue, and everybody was upset about the differences of the blue, I was fine with it. I was like, whatever, they're different tasks, right? So having one off Valkyrie isn't going to upset my collection, but I can't see myself buying more than one unless I see them on sale.
I will definitely get one because I love this figure. I love the Valkyries. I've got 3 of the 2-pack. And I will buy at least one and make that one the leader over all of them because of how you just said, because the uniform difference. Or I will buy 2 and then I will still break them up and have them the same way. But I love this Valkyrie. Dustin Blair is here. What's going on, Dustin, man? Let's see.
And then you're going to add to the Cadet Deming when she comes out and see where the contrast is there, because she'll have some differences on her buck, right? So, your blue troopers are getting a bit of an ad from the female side this year if you collect them.
Yep, a little bit. Carlos ordered 2 Valkyries and Skip Falcon. Adam saying, watch Retro Chuckles is a given. Watch him come with a pistol, holster, and a whole lot of air in that blister. Wouldn't surprise me. So I do like this Valkyrie, like It looks good. I hate that they're giving her this gun again.
Oh, yeah. Well,
this is one of the only figures that this gun actually looks decent with, though. But I
that's
just
why.
would. I wish they'd have done something else, but I get
Yeah.
it.
So
Strangely, though, I like the little pistols that she comes with.
yeah, it was either going to be those like the pistols are giving me because of the way her holster layout is. She has to have two holsters for some reason. That's the reuse. But that rifle, as you guys saw with the female Crimson Guard, including a traditional long gun, doesn't work with some of these female bucks. Like it just doesn't let them shoulder the weapon and whatnot. So I think they've avoided that happening again by giving her this gun. So I accept it as is. But yeah, it's not
Well,
my favorite gun in the collection.
let's be honest. Most of the classifieds can't shoulder a long gun, so some can do it well. Most can't do it at all.
I can get most of them up there, but eye relief is a different issue. Like most of them are just, firing, looking over their sights because you can't get their head down in it, right?
No.
But
Yeah,
it doesn't bother a lot of people.
I just hate that a lot of them, between the web gear, the overlay, and then whatever the stock is, like they just can't do it very well.
So the only time it really, really bothers me is if it's integral to the character's role. Like imagine if you couldn't get Lowlight's head into his sight, right? Or his spirit. Like these rifles with big scopes, then it feels like a waste. When it's just a guy like Dial Tone or somebody, I'm like, okay, it's nice if you can, but it's not my first ask, right?
Yeah, I agree, but it just seems like most of them, they make it so damn hard. So Spirit looks great. So here's the one I think everybody was waiting on. I'm actually kind of surprised Flash didn't sell out.
It hasn't yet, eh? Well,
No,
maybe they were more than prepared for this one.
I got him pulled up because I knew we were going to be talking about it. So maybe, so that's good, man. I'm glad that Flash is finally here. So let's see, I'll go to that real quick. So there he is, still in stock. Of course, there's our Snake and our Laura next door, and then Range and Psych Out, all sold out.
So
nobody buying much Footloose for $75 though.
Yeah, I already got them pre-ordered anyways. Whatever. I'll deal with that when it gets there. Here, unpopular question. Do you think people are going to like Flash's rifle, or do you think that's going to annoy them? You have Glenda. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it's going to annoy them because it's kind of annoying for her. They need to make the hose longer. If they don't make that hose for this thing longer, I think the people that don't have Glenda and don't know what they're in for are going to hate it when they get it.
I agree. I broke my Glenda backpack because she fell over with it, but I wasn't that heartbroken because I was like, man, this thing's been hard to hose. Like, because the hose is the same plastic they use for the rifle. Right nowadays, they use a bit more rubbery, pliable hose. I hope they've done something about that before this comes out.
Yeah, I do too. Because I think he looks great though.
Yeah, I like the design.
Yeah, he looks really good.
I don't see much paint being given to that backpack or rifle from the images. I'm hoping they got some, but I liked the overall sculpt of all of it. It's just the plastics weren't working.
The sculpt looks really good for him. Brian's saying all his Cobras get MP5s. Nice. Yeah, spending some money on some 3D prints, huh? So with this Flash, the one thing I just noticed in this picture is they're finally giving us the microphone from Cold Slither Zartan.
What? Where do you see? I get that. Oh, in the way of the photo, yeah. Convention direct photos.
Whoever took this one was right behind that podium Travis knocked 3 people over to get to.
Yeah, I'm glad you've reassured everybody that's a microphone.
That's right. It's definitely, you heard it here first. I got really no complaints with this other than I know what we're going to get when we get his rifle, but fine. Like he looks good. So, and there's $980 87 pictures of Flash on there as well. Good God.
Yeah.
These were all yesterday. Breaking news.
Again, it's his tank will carry an abundance rather than miss anything, right? So
I know, and I figured it was easier just to flip through them than it was to like go back and zoom in, zoom out, whatever. So here's Footloose and Mutt. So I do want this set. I'm gonna get it. I didn't pre-order it. I've got to have every version of Mutt,
uh-huh.
and this finishes the Marauders. So um, I hope that honestly, I hope they don't add anything else to the Marauders. I hope we got them all here, and I kind of think that's why they did these as a 2-pack. You know, we did Split Spirit and Low Light, but I think just to hurry up and finish them up because a lot of people don't like this sub team. It's my favorite one for Joe's.
So I'm calling it right now. So we have this as a 2-pack for the Marauders. For Ninja Force, you're getting Snake Eyes and Jinx, even though Jinx was never Ninja Force, she is now. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say we're going to get one more 2-pack. It'll be Tiger Force and it'll be Lifeline and Frostbite after the Arctic Hiss is released because that'll close out Tiger Force.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a good call. I
mean, technically, Sky Striker is a singular release that they should be thrown in there, which is Ace, right?
Yeah.
But that they got to close that out too. They're on the end of that, so
just make it a 3-pack. Just put him in there too. But
or pull in one of your ones from post Aura, like Big Brawler or somebody, like you did with Wreckage, right? Pull somebody from later in the line.
Yeah. Carlos, I see them doing this figure. I have a feeling they're going to make Cobra de Arco. I think they're going to do it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Australia, the Brazilian with Flash's, the yellow with Flash's torso and vac metal.
You could see my gears turning. Hey, Cobra de Arco. What the fuck?
It's a cool ass figure. I think they'll make it. Especially now that, like you said, Carlos, we do have Flash. So there's the Famazon shared exclusive. There's going to be 9 million of these things floating around next year of this 2-pack. So here
look at Low Light and Spirit.
Yeah, right. And strangely, I've finally been trying to track down the Night Force Beachhead and Quick Kick 2-pack, and that thing is expensive.
I was gonna say you never got that one.
I never got it because I didn't. That's when I was doing a pretty big cutback on what I was buying, and that was one I could do without. The only reason I was even getting Night Force was because of the Dragonfly. But now I was going to pick it up, and I saw one at that show that I went to a couple weeks ago. There was one of those 2-packs there that I saw, and they had $75 or $85 on it. And I know I can find it cheaper online, but like that was a $55 pack when it was new.
I'll let you know if I see someone on Facebook Marketplace up here selling it, because if they do, they guarantee you they're not selling it at that kind of a price. Like it's probably something that they've been sitting on for a while. Because we had an abundance of that set for quite a while.
Woody, you are not wrong. If it is a Walmart exclusive, at some point it is going to hold its value. Plus, maybe they reissue it. We'll see what happens with Range Viper. But all of the Walmart ones wind up kind of being hard to get. I'd say the exception being Falcon and Quarrel, because it was Walmart.
So these
wasn't hard to get. Shockwave wasn't hard to get.
These two, the Shockwave, the Falcon, the Quarrel, and the Quick Kick and the Beachhead. I had no problems getting them from Walmart. Neither did other people, because those were the first time I was seeing Night Force on sale on Facebook Marketplace. And usually you don't see that out here because people have to mail them in. It's a hassle, but nobody had a problem getting those sets.
No, not those, but all of the other ones, like the single card stuff,
Single
Crystal
card stuff.
Ball, Crystal
Yeah.
Ball, and Viper this time next year are probably going to be worth a small fortune.
So long as they keep reopening the pre-order windows repeatedly to give people time to get it a year where they have access to it, I get it. But if they make short little pre-order windows and then it's impossible to get after like 3 weeks, that's a problem. Like the Crystal Ball, they had to keep giving you more chances to get that.
Right. I mean, I saw him on clearance here. I bought. He was on at that one Walmart that I always talked about that had the display. He was on clearance here they had 14 of them at one point. And I finally waited till they got down to like $17. And I said, are these ever going to go any cheaper? And they looked, the little thing said, nope, says final markdown. They won't go any cheaper. I said, all right, I bought 2 of them. And one turned into Dick King and one's in the closet. Carlos saying, who's going to drive your Mars Snake? Right now, Crimson Shadow Assault Trooper, probably. So here's this thing, lasted for 2 minutes on Pulse.
Didn't bother.
I actually did buy it. I actually did order it. I wasn't going to, but I wanted to. I do like it. I like the Iron Grenadiers look for it. I did pre-order it, not 100% if I'm going to cancel it or not, but I did order it because I'm like, I know I can cancel it if I change my mind, and I have a feeling it's going to sell out. And this thing sold out. It showed, there it is, 2 minutes, like 2 to 3 minutes. It's sold out.
So
but
I decided not to put my credit card through that with the Arctic Kiss coming right now. And I'm still convinced my GameStop is going to ask me, do you want one of these? They just couldn't ask me that today.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Woody. I'm going to do that on Beachhead and Quick Kick. So, but if you want to go over to Amazon, it has never sold out on Amazon. Amazon exclusive. Apparently, Amazon has plenty.
There you go.
If you haven't been looking and you missed it, Amazon, it has never sold out. We've seen it at this point. All right, now this is the part where I'm just gonna kick this out and
there we go.
We'll see what else.
Nails. Yeah.
See what else we got. So here we go. Sarge and the Triple T. What do you think about this one? You excited for this? Do you like the Triple T?
I never had the Triple T as a kid. I grew up with no respect for that toy. And as an armored soldier, I laugh at this vehicle, but am I ever hyped to get one for my classified? I love the look of this thing now. All they had to do was throw on a windshield, and I was like, yeah, now I'm going to try and add a shovel to the front of mine. This is what clears the Joe parking lot. This vehicle right here. It's the Bobcat for the Joes. It's the tool they need.
After somebody said that it looks like a tractor, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, to me, it's always been that. It's a one-man operated utility vehicle, not meant for combat.
I had it when I was a kid. I loved it. I love the Triple T. I'm probably gonna order this. I hate to order this. I hate to spend $109 on this. However, with the working treads, I do feel like it's as close to justifying $110 for a vehicle this size as we're probably gonna get. Definitely more than fucking Destro does.
Yeah, exactly. I to me, this is everything that the despoiler could have been, but wasn't. Right? Like for that price point, way more play value in this than I found in the despoiler.
Yeah, with the working treads, ground vehicle. You can put dudes trying to yank Sarge out of it, him fighting dudes off of it. I like Sarge. I don't really care for this version of Sergeant Slaughter. But I do like Sarge. I've made no secret of being a Sarge fan, so I'll order this. Man, we're gonna get crushed come October and November. Like it's
Which is,
for time.
aren't you glad there's no HasLab now? Right?
Not
Like,
really, because
imagine.
I bought kit and I'm gonna order Dukes of Hazzard. So
No, but okay, but just in the royal sense of it, like if you were just collecting classified and you were going to order the HasLab, look at what else you have on top. It's crippling. I shouldn't say crippling, but it's not comfortable.
There's enough to mitigate not having a HasLab this year for me. Triple C saying one more Diretech figure coming this year. I don't know if it's this year, but I know there's another one coming.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Some people do, but I do not. Some people I've heard do. I don't know that it's going to be out this year. We'll probably get a pre-order for it. In October or November.
I feel like it's got to be the cookie cutter approach, right? They're going to focus on troop builders. Yeah, they threw in a unique one with the Night Creeper for this one, but before that was your standard Viper. What always follows a Viper into a troop line? It's a bat, right? Like I could see a dire bat for some reason, or some simple troop build. I'm not getting my hopes up for it.
A dire bat, actually, in one way, it's kind of perfect. In the other,
makes no sense at all.
If you're reading the comic, makes no sense at all. It makes perfect sense for an action figure. It makes a lot of sense for an action figure. So many
for reuse.
Yeah.
For the reuse factor, I'm like, ooh, green tinted chest plates and
hands and attachments. So, but if you're following Dire in the comic, don't make no sense at all. All right.
No, what I would like to see is a Dire trooper. Take the Cobra trooper, the standard Cobra trooper, like you did with Python Patrol, and do something with that. Give us a troop build for that if you're going to do it, right? Because it again, if they weren't hiding this behind the Walmart accessibility line, I'd say grow this every which way you can, right? Take advantage of it. But
no. Jedi Ben saying the exclusive pissed me off just on the fact that out of 7 Walmarts within range for me, none carry Joe's and there's no Target close at all. Seen a lot of people say that. Some people are lucky. Like I live near several Walmarts. Like within 45 minutes, I could probably be at a dozen different Walmarts, and 4 of them carry Joe's, and they hardly.
Yeah, man.
I do live near Targets too.
When I've been in the States and I've seen your Targets and whatnot, and I was always thinking, I'm going to the land of milk and honey for toys. And the ones I've been to aren't good. And then I go down the road to the Walmart and they're not good. So I was like, wow, they have the same problems we do up here. Some of these people, like stores like Walmart, you hear that they carry them, but the ones near you, no, you see no evidence of that. Right?
Yep. Woody's saying the render did this no justice. Looks way better in person, not stubby at all. The Triple T, I think it's actually going to surprise a lot of people. USA Sarge with the Night Force Triple T. That's what some people are saying. People really want that USA Sarge, so
they have no lack of Sergeant figures planned, I'm sure, right? Sergeant Slaughter had that contract, guaranteed him a bunch of figures. So,
yep. Let's see. Triple T, fuck around, find out. Yep, I'm gonna surprise some people. Skip that HasLab. Same Woody, same like oh wait, no, not the same Woody.
You're rather other way.
Bat. Yeah, dire armor. I would have rather had dire snake armor than crimson snake armor. Like I don't
for the lore.
Really, yeah. I don't really care that much for the crimson stuff. I know this one's probably supposed to be more Iron Grenadier bat than just Crimson Strike Team bat, but I think a dire snake would be freaking awesome. And I know that's a rumor going around. We all know who's saying that it's coming, but it's just a rumor. So Woody's
Sorry,
boy.
just before we get on him, I got to point something out, and somebody can put it in the comments if you can help me logic this to a point where we're on the same page. We know that Destro introduced the snake armor, right? That's a Mars Industry thing. It's got the logo right on the damn thing, Mars Industry. We're all on the same page? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Who runs the Crimson Guard?
Tomax and Zaymot.
Right? Aren't they major competitors at heart?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
so it's kind of like
to everybody. So
yeah. So I was just kind of like going, I don't know if I buy into the fact that Destro would outfit the Crimson Guard, but he does, right? So that was my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they partnered up. So Woody says no Walmarts in all of Rhode Island carry Joe's. So so speaking of Woody, there he is. There's his boy. There's Hardball. We've all been waiting on Hardball, who also comes with Cold Slither Zartan's microphone.
Oh yeah, there it is off to the left. Yeah.
Yep. So I can't wait to see what they do with Hardball. I have a feeling we're just going to get reuse of the Range Viper grenade launcher. But like he's the guy. They both had one.
Yeah, but I think that's a very specific designed one that we've already seen 3D prints of that, and that's a very purposeful one. I think that they'll make that one.
Oh, I hope they do. Like I like the one that comes with Range Viper, okay, but I hope they make him his own and do something a little bit different.
I think they will, because quite honestly, I think that's more iconic to his character than most weapons are to a lot of Joes.
They did say he is coming with gonna come with a bat, which
why?
Okay. Because Big Lob came with the basketball and Red Dog came with the football, so he's the only baseball themed character. So give him a bat.
So next year, if I make it to Joe Fest next year, remind me when we see Lenny to bring us up. Like, what the fuck do you think we're doing with these figures? Right? Like we're setting up a football game in the backyard of the Joes on our shelf. Like, to me, we're paying for these little bits and accessories. I could sacrifice some of this baseball bat if you can guarantee me no gap in the waist or something, right? Like, I get it. It's cute, but it's not cute enough for me to want it.
It's not changing my opinion on whether I'm going to buy that figure or not, and it wouldn't if I wasn't already looking forward to this figure. And Woody says he heard it's not the Range Viper one, and so Triple C, Hardball was a Marauder, but Hardball was not a Marauder before 1994. So
and the
original guys.
Yeah, and Triple C, you brought that up earlier about somebody else that was supposed to be on, right? And when we're talking about that, we're always talking 94 prior, right?
Yeah.
Because Tiger Force, Night Force, and all these sub teams got pretty frigging huge after that with the long rosters you can go through right up to 2000. Yeah, like that's where the Dreadheads sit, right? And all the Dreadnoks. So yeah, Hasbro could very well, and I think they have dipped into those properties. That's where Wreckage got pulled out of, right? So, and same as Outback, he got pulled out of the international part of that. So,
yeah. So, always like when I know they did a lot of those expansion sets later in the late 90s and early 2000s, but yeah, we're always talking 88, 94. Or 82, 94. This is the one I'm really excited about, is this version of Shipwreck, who the night before we got to see this, I said I made this character last week and showed on me and Pop stream, like I made a classified version of this, and then they announced this the next day. It's almost the figure that I created. So I prompted, I won't say created, I prompted it into existence.
Yes, you're be careful. This is the mouth of madness where you start thinking that you inspired the Joe line and the reasons certain HasLabs are made, right? So
with my Google Gemini skills. So there she is, Dana. That's That's spot on. If it looks like that, um, down does look like she's sporting. And what I said when you were on the stream with Punk does kind of look like an RPK back there behind her on this render, doesn't it? Or on this drawing.
So my only thing is, if it was an RPK, she might have a bandolier of ammo around her chest, right? Because it's a section weapon. The things I was looking at is I'm trying to figure out, and it could just be that the artist, hid that detail for a reason behind her body. It could be an AK-47, could be an AK-74, could even be a Dragunov because it's got the hollow back stock, right? It's just how the artist chose to draw this thing. But what did she have back in the Joe comics? Was she a rifleman or was she a sharpshooter?
I do not.
That's my
remember.
question.
I want to say she. I mean, she was a driver, but I want to say she had a Dragunov. Somebody,
and that's what I'm hoping.
Know better than me.
And that's where I was kind of leading. Is this might see us get a Dragunov into the classified line, which isn't hard for them to do because they've had a Dragunov in the Marvel Legends line forever. Like they've had one for. I had one for my Black Widow back when I started collecting in 2022, I think. Right. So it's just a matter of tweaking that design for classified and using it again. So we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Kobe,
I think she's going to have the old cover girl cleavage thing happening on her fig too. After what I saw them do with Mistress Armada, I'm like, yeah, they're not afraid to do cleavage if they want to do cleavage. So.
Yeah, so let's bring it, bring the boobs.
Yes,
Spy Troops Shipwreck. That was the Spy Troops, the Devil's Due look from that comic. That was kind of where we first saw that, and then when he got a figure in Spy Troops, it was that look from Devil's Due, and they did say that this one is based on with the Dollar General Joes that came out, but it was also the same look, same type of figure.
So that one surprised me because I thought for sure they would do the diver shipwreck, the V2, where he had the black dive gear. So I thought that was a no-brainer because they're trying to build up those divers whenever they can, right? So
we got so many divers already.
It's just an easy buck to redo.
It's an easy buck, and there's a plethora of dive gear to reuse at this point for him too. I like that version of Shipwreck also, but I mean, I like Shipwreck, but I like that version, the longshoreman look better. I don't know if it comes to Polly, Dustin. I hope so.
I'm fine if he doesn't. I don't need that same pet over and over again, especially if they've got it in the 2-pack that's coming already. I'm like, how many versions of this parrot do I really want? But I get it if people demand it with their character, right? Like if it is part of them, I guess. But
I do believe Shipwreck should always come with Polly. Maybe I've articulated wings Polly. I'd like to see Polly with like swappable wings, perched or flying, but
Jokerized Polly.
Jokerized Polly. I don't know if they'll ever do that or not. Carlos, you can get one if you play with Delta 17 toys next year.
You are correct, my friend. You'll get a 1/18 scale Dragunov coming soon from Steve and Ken.
That's right. What's up, 610? Yojo Daddy's in the house. What's going on, man? Todd here. Cal,
don't smash your like button. We want you to use that often. You might break it. Just gently caress your like button. Gently caress it until it responds.
Cup it. Cup the like button gently.
Yeah. So Sharky knows what I'm talking about, right? The only reason I'd say that might be a Dragunov is the artist went out of their way to make that a hollow buttstock, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, let's face it, all of them used something on an AK platform at some point, didn't they?
Warsaw Pact, yeah. They were fun to draw, those things.
New Dreadnought character coming, Flatline.
Yeah, with the defibrillator hammer. That's the way you laugh.
So they made torch axes made out of actual monkey wrenches. So I'm definitely interested in seeing what happens here.
Oh, I've been picturing a defibrillator hammer in my head for quite a while, and I like as soon as I heard it, and I think I know what it's going to look like because, like you said, like what they did with Monkey Wrench and patching his kit together, I was like, they're going to stick
Yeah,
with that theme if they can. And
yeah,
I'm thinking you're going to see like a big square head hammer of some sort with two friggin' defibrillator pads
yeah.
taped onto it, and the wires going up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think, man. Yeah, would he knock them out and bring them back at the same time?
Or just say you're there to save lives, but man, can you imagine getting hit with a hammer and shocked by all that at the same time? Like taking a hammer blow to the sternum with an electrical charge. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
might not get back up from that. So,
Yeah. You can
uh,
pretend he's a medic, but I don't think that's what he's doing.
yeah. So I will a lot of poly talk. So Red Parrot, he had the monkey and spy troops, pirate outfit. I'll buy all of those versions of Shipwreck. Oh, let's see what else. So Heat Viper, got to find that like this one didn't surprise me a bit. So when we've
Nope.
done our what's coming next stuff, I think you had Heat Viper last time, didn't you? So
I think so, yeah.
so I was never a big Heat Viper fan. Will I get it? Yeah, of course I'm gonna get it. Troop builder. So look, if I wound up with 3 or 4, if you count freeing frag vipers, I'm definitely gonna get Heat Viper.
So
Uh,
I I had this as a
for
kid and I hated this one. Like I hated this as a kid. I don't think I picked it. I think I was gifted it for a birthday or something like that. And you politely say thank you and give your aunt a hug or however you got it. Then you turf them in the back of your Joe pile and never look at them again. And it
yeah,
was the kit. The kit was such a bitch. And after what I've seen with Airtight this year, I am looking at that cable connecting from his helmet to his rifle and going, "Oh my God, what are we getting into here?" Right?
yeah,
Like, oh, I
same,
hope they do this really good. Or
same.
else,
Just
yeah,
attach one, make one end of it permanent in something. Removable hoses are cool, but please don't ever do us again like they did us with Airtight.
yeah.
Um,
This free flying to like open ended hoses that you can connect on either end. No, port one, leave it.
let's see. Dustin, don't worry. I don't think I've seen you here before.
Yeah.
Welcome. Uh, would
Can
you
you
like
give
to
me one
see?
second? I got to jump off mic for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, yep. I'll be here. Sam, would you like to see Myra join classified to join shipwreck? I would. I would like to see some of the characters like her, Hector Ramirez, some of the one-off characters. We're getting Cadet Deming. Some of you in chat probably have Cadet Deming sitting by you right now. So I would like to see some of those. I would like to see synthoids. I'd like to see some kind of way to do the synthoid packs. Give me that big turd monster Sergeant Slaughter had to fight in Arise Serpentor Arise. I always liked the Mara angle. So, but I would need Mara to come with some, like, they need to accessorize her out because Mara would be a really simple figure to do, right? All blue or black, like dive bodysuit, the bluish skin, and then a helmet and maybe a backpack with some with a hose, oxygen. They
Well,
got to come up with some cool shit to give Mara.
how many times have we seen that sled dog team and the Eskimos on the back of the Joe boxes lately?
I know. Yeah,
Right. So, when we talk about retro cards, and I said they might not have comparisons, maybe that's how you get them. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Jedi band saying, yeah, my least favorite Viper. I don't know if he's my least, man, but I never liked it. I got him. I think he's complete too. I think I've got him one of the few I've got left complete. One of
Yeah.
Woody's favorites. All right.
He was
Never know
definitely a
when.
bright one. And when they talked about this as a release, I think they were saying they did stuff with the colors to make them more palatable. So you're not
Yeah.
getting a blinding yellow character with silver everything.
He was like I don't know, it's like like you mixed mustard and creamsicle together or something. Like an ugly figure.
I just accidentally tasted what you just described. It didn't work
I
out
hope
for
you
me.
I hope you all did. I hope you all did.
Yeah.
Let's see. So everybody read the comics. Yeah, we talked about Quinn a little bit and the Marvel
Yeah.
stuff. That the October Guard hopefully opens the door for. Um, here's our 2-pack Ninja Force, Snake Eyes, and Jinx, who, as you mentioned, was never actually in Ninja Force, and it also comes with Zartan's missing microphone.
Yeah. This made me laugh because Jinx did eventually end up in Tiger Force, right?
Yeah, right.
But
Right.
not. But when Marvel Legends showed off their Gamerverse repaints and they did Psylocke in the pink, I was like, that's exactly what I expect Ninja Force Jinx to look like based off of some of the pictures I saw that they were using to promote it. Right. So we'll see.
I don't like. I never had this version of Snake Eyes, so
Me neither.
it actually doesn't look too bad. I'm not crazy about the mask, but the black with the blue and the silver, it's actually a pretty decent looking figure. So I think
Mhm.
they'll do a good job with this figure. I'm a little sad that we're getting this before we get V3 with the butterfly daggers and the big 3-piece nunchuck set.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
little salty that they're doing Ninja Force before that one, but
So
whatever.
my thing
We're gonna get
is,
them all. Snake Eyes is like fucking Pokemon. We're gonna get them all.
I need them to change the Snake Eyes a little bit from the box art when they do this because I love that we're going to get smoke pellets represented on a ninja finally, right? And
Yeah,
Snake Eyes is coated with them. But if you look on them on the left side of his stomach where they're placed in those rows of 2 for 6 there, they look fine. But when you put them in a line on his waist or on his jacket, they look like anal beads. And I need them to change this. I will not have this on my figure.
as soon as you said the rose and you said, but the other
Well,
side, I saw it.
because I need them to make Jinx look good too. And if it's coming with anal beads in this figure set, you see where I'm taking this, and I don't want to take it there, but I need to not even think about it when I open this. Right? Do
So,
not show me
so,
this.
so Jinx's gi has one of the trap doors like the old Tommy
Oh,
Union
so
suit.
you understood the point. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
I got the reference. Moving along.
Jinx will have her own retaliatory accessories.
So there we go. We get our everything retro card is the movie
Yeah.
next year. So here we go. Back to our Thunder Machine.
3 screens just went flying across the room just now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
full circle.
Mhm.
We're gonna get on with. We're gonna pick some favorites, and since you don't have other favorites, you can
Oh,
pick your favorites of the Joe stuff that we've looked at.
sure.
Don't want to spend a ton more time on the Thunder Machine, but chat's kind of already weighed
No,
in a
go for
little
it.
bit. Um,
Yep.
if you weren't here when we talked about it earlier, let us know what you think about the Thunder Machine. I don't dislike it, but it's in that gray zone where I can definitely make fun of it.
Yep.
Um, I'm gonna order it. I love the Thunder Machine. It's one of my favorite Joe vehicles. I'm a big Dreadnought fan. I love the whole wasteland vibe of the Dreadnoughts. I always have. They're just a rowdy lot of vagabonds, as Zartan calls them. This, I hope the render is different than what we see here. I think it looks. You remember in Christine, the movie Christine, where Christine was trying to get Moochie and drove into the alley that was too small for it
and got
kept
squeezed.
going.
Yeah.
That's what
happened
with the Thunder Machine here. The front end. So we talked about the Trans Am front end.
Yeah.
This render is not a. It's not a Trans Am. This is the fucking Falcon from Mad Max.
It's barely that. Like, if those headlights are just so closely spaced together, it just looks comical.
But it's got the lines on it. So,
but it doesn't have that piece of fender to represent it. It's really just what it is. It's an extending black piece of plastic extending off an A chassis. It's making this profile longer. I agree with everybody. It doesn't look right, but to me, that doesn't break this set. I'm like, yeah, it's not my favorite feature, but let's look at the rest of the vehicle.
Look, y'all,
they finally get it.
They finally made the All Striker back tires big enough.
Yeah.
I'm a big Thunder Machine fan. Am I disappointed it's not coming with Thrasher? Yes, but they said we're still getting Thrasher next year, and they did that to help keep the cost of this set down. They said it's going to be a little bit of modularity to it because they said, people will want more than one because you can have different looks for it. So I'm not going to be buying more than one, but I like the fact that I can change the look for it.
Yeah, they did that with the All-Striker. They made it so you could do with the frame a few different things, right?
Yep. So I like where they're going. I just don't think they're there yet. So we'll see when we get to see a product model, which they said they're going to have at New York in October, right? It's in October.
By then I would hope so, yeah. Because I imagine the order windows will open up after that.
Yeah, that will be when it goes up. They said it would be later this year. So that's probably what they'll do is this will be the opening window for it in the middle or end of October, going into November, right before Christmas. We get to do a made to order Thunder Machine. So this is the render. Eddie. This is it.
Yeah, this is what they showed.
Snake Eyes 8181 teleporting in from the Crow channel saying, I'm giving the Thunder Machine benefit of the doubt for the renders for the vehicles never looked the best. Well, we just looked at the Triple T. The render for the Triple T looked kind of funky and dumpy, and it looks pretty damn neat. The actual product pictures of it. So I hope the same for the Thunder Machine.
There's still a lot more to be seen with this for sure.
Oh yeah. They mentioned that those red panels in the front come off, so probably have some wider ones you can pop on, probably change that whole front end out, I'm guessing. So we'll see. I'm hopefully optimistic, but I'm going to order it even if it looks just like this because I love the Thunder Machine and I'm going to buy Thrasher.
Yeah. I mean, they had me at modularity. If you're going to be able to change the look and you've only shown me one look, I'm reserving all judgment. And I suspect I'm going to order this. And especially if Woody's price of $150, if it's close to that, yes. Yeah, it's a gimme. If they ask too much, I'll know.
Yeah, with no figure, I will know. Carlos saying 150, Woody 130 to 150. So
yeah, just because it's made to order and it's in lieu of a HasLab doesn't mean it has to be expensive. It just means it's made to a specific number and only that. So
yeah, so we'll see. I'm gonna get it either way. Oh, look at this, man! Fun Sharky fact: I was born in the same hospital they used for the scene in Mad Max, where Goose is laying burnt in bed to a crisp. That thing in there is not the shark eyes.
Saw him, man. Oh my god! You know what? First off, Great fun Sharky fact. Keep sharing those as they occur. Also, man, there is one nickname you never want in the military or police, and it's Goose. Nothing good ever happens to a guy named Goose. Like between Mad Max and Top Gun, forget it.
Yeah,
You're
you
cooked,
got that
right?
right. Your
Yeah,
goose is cooked. That's right.
that's right. Again, that was accidental, and you caught it. God damn it.
Oh no, that one wasn't getting by me.
Yeah.
Did you have favorites out of any of the stuff that we just saw? Even if it's some of the stuff, even if it's pre-order stuff that went up yesterday. What do you think?
Wow. Honestly, no favorites. I had least favorites, but no favorites, right? I could say my least favorites are things that are redundant, like Falcon. Falcon to me is redundant because he's not a troop builder, he's an individual. I've got couple of them now. But favorite wise, I'm thumbs up for let's just do it. Bring them in. Once I get them in hand, then I'll have a stronger opinion.
Yeah.
What about you?
Speaking,
Favorites in that?
Yeah, out of all of the stuff that we looked at, Hardball, and Hardball, Diana, and um, the Thunder Machine. Or those would be.
Diana was an exciting announcement. I agree with that. I didn't think about announcements. I thought about visuals, but until I see the figure, it still counts.
So I got Triple C earlier mentioned something that we were going to talk about, and you and I touched on it earlier, was something else that we got to see in a little bit different panel. Triple C mentioned that there is going to be another Dire character coming this year, probably early next year, but we'll see when they get here. They did show a new Dire character that's going to show up next month in issue 25 of G.I. Joe Energon.
So, caveat being, I think we're talking about two separate Dire characters. I think for the toy, it's more likely, like our friend was saying, going to be a troop builder because they know those sell. But if they build on this line, there was some interesting aspects to those characters that Darren's going to share.
Oh, I hope it is this character, but I seriously doubt it's going to be. So they did show that we are going to get a new character named Major Medusa that they have kind of been setting up a little bit in the last 3 issues of the Dire Tech arc. And actually, maybe before that, maybe the issue before that. Either way, so they're going to be introducing this character. I'm not going to spoil anything in those comics. If you're like my cousin and you've got a stack of them that you're going to read, but you haven't read yet. But there's some things that happen at the end of 24 that kind of finish setting this up for this character to come into existence. So I don't think that the Dire character we've got coming is this character. But if it is this character, how awesome would that be? Because this would be the first direct, absolute tie-in to the Energon universe that we've gotten, other than character designs and some of the vehicles and things like that. But as far as stuff created specifically for that new comic, if it was this character, that would be awesome. But I don't think it is.
No, and I don't think this is the character that's dropping, but one of the interesting aspects I found about the Energon universe is it became clear very early that they were sharing designs Hasbro had for toys with the artists and saying, render it this way, render it that way. So when I look at a picture like this, I'm like, what buck have I seen that would accommodate like a low V-cut neck uniform, and all his body designs? And I'm wondering about a Baroness buck or something like this. Before I was wondering about Pythona's buck. Now I'm looking at this, right? Do you see any parallel bucks that would work with this figure? Like if we were to zoom in, you say you just had to add some second layer deco, right? Maybe change a couple of boots.
The Baroness is maybe waist piece and legs. I don't think we've gotten a similar female torso. Definitely no female arms that would work for this. So I think maybe the bottom half of Baroness, Rattler Baroness, or a Crimson Strike Baroness, those one of those. But I think everything else would have to be new.
I think some of it would be. So the reason I don't say Pythona is because they made a point to make a black bodysuit, and the rest of the accessories artistically are linear and technical, where in Pythona was a very organic suit. And yeah, I fully believe they want to reuse that buck if possible, but I don't think this is the female they're going to do it with. I think that's apples and oranges here.
Lego Star Wars Kid saying, could they use movie Baroness? Maybe they'll do this pinless. She was
right? I'm not.
So when I look at the buck, like I said, it's like torso. That torso doesn't have to be from the same bucks you're looking at arms from or legs from. So I'm looking at it a bunch of ways. One of the things I'm stuck on is that back design, right? If we were to zoom in on that, I'm seeing some linear stuff that they threw on there. I'm wondering if that works with any of the Cobra Valkyrie backs, like suits some of their uniform shapes. So just stuff like this makes me wonder if it's possible,
Yeah, maybe. I definitely have to create some new parts, but again, not saying this is the other dire character coming. I'm just saying it's going to be in the comic, and it would be awesome if it was. So I think it's going to be a bat or a trooper or something.
Once you figure out why she's coming, like once you're current on the series and you figure out why she's coming, then you'll start seeing why we're making kind of a strong emphasis about her right now. Go back up, scroll back up. I thought that was hair, but is that that's a hood she's wearing.
It's a hood.
It's a hood. Oh, dude, you know who that is? I know who that is now. Okay.
Zartan.
No, it's that Valkyrie that helped out Cobra Commander.
Well, I wasn't going to spoil anything in the comic.
No, I thought you meant the other reason, the other thing that happened in the Crystal Ball stuff.
That thing.
There's
a Valkyrie in the comic, Cobra Commander kind of.
That's 2 months old now. No, that's 2 months old now. She's fair game. She could be mentioned.
So I started on doing a character render for this, and I did not get to finish it and finish prompting it, but this was what it came out with on one of the first tries.
Neat.
Which I thought was actually pretty good. I was going to go back and tweak it quite a bit, but I thought this as a figure, I thought this might look pretty damn good. Need to articulate that arm and have a regular arm for it, but
well, you know what? I like that you did this because it just occurred to me too. Like that snake accessory, I think that's something they'd have a lot of fun and want to do, because look at how they do some of the these accessories for Marvel Legends, where they do go up the arm like fire wings and things like that. And I'm like, I bet you some of those art team have been dying to bring some of that design techniques to this line somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think so too. Green Lantern vibes.
A little bit, yeah.
Saw the trailer for Lanterns. Lanterns looks good.
So good. Yeah, I did.
Can't wait for Lanterns.
So much better than a Ryan Reynolds version.
Not much. Think we'll get a dire polar bear. That would be cool.
I said that too. Like, what else are they going to do with this polar bear? Dire polar bear.
So let's see. Dire Tech and Crystal Ball in it a lot. Do they play a big role? Yeah, in the last 3 issues, it was the whole arc of Dire Tech being introduced and Crystal Ball. So it does play a very big role in 22, 23, and 24. Man, looks like it's gonna keep going a little bit.
So the big separation between this and G.I. Joe Real American Hero, right? It's totally different timeline, totally different universe, different Joe team entirely, different Cobra entirely. And the MacGuffin here is Energon, right? So everything in this story is derived out of the Energon problem, right? So if I need to, how did that skateboard fly in Back to the Future too? Oh, it was Energon. Like, it's just everything's fucking Energon. Yeah,
Energon. Triple C saying Chris McLeod said that the new character is not a bat or a woman for dire attack. So
All
I
right,
didn't
well, there you go.
see that. So that knocks those
Blows
two
my theory.
possibilities out. So I'm
So
glad.
dire serpent.
I'm glad it's a dire polar bear. I'm glad it's not a bat as awesome as I think the toy would be.
Yeah, no, and when we talked about it, you're right. It didn't make sense for the lore. It'd just be a big sales thing, right? But yeah.
I like the dire stuff, but believing in the lore is what's going to keep me on board with the dire stuff. So,
Sure.
All right, I am going to go run to the Banyo real quick, and then we will come back and we will do our picks for the next crossover.
All right, I'll show you guys kind of some stuff I've been working on. How's that?
Right,
you want to give me full camera then?
Full
I was rolling the joint, but now I'm not.
Well, you can't. You cannot do that. I think you can definitely show it, but you don't think you can roll it. I was looking for that. I'll be back.
That was random. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, I haven't gotten a lot of new figures that I've wanted to review lately. That's why you haven't seen a video of me since that Punisher. But one video I am working on, I'll show it again here. Our friend Kyle in the chat, who once provided me with the first ever Cobra female Barracuda eel, and I did a video on that, sent me another wondrous creation where he created a dreadnought named Odelia. I keep calling her Ophelia for some reasons, but it's Odelia, and she looks just like that. Right? The very busty young dreadnought and daughter of one of the dreadheads. And so I've been working on trying to get some photography of some of these customs, but I'm going to show them to you one more time. So don't let that stop you from watching the video once that's made. But Odelia is the daughter of Otis from the Dreadheads, which he made me an Otis, right? All the tattoos. I think it's and you're still in the chat, I think, Kyle. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this a Naga hide buck that we worked with, right? But just fun, right? Otis, and I've added my extra Juggernaut helmet to him because he needed something to ride with. But this beast, right? I called it the what I said, Velociped. Or he called it the Dreadnought Tricycle 2.0. But when I looked it up on Google, what you would call this, it would be a pentacycle or a velociped, which is, but anyways, nonetheless, magnetized turret, cool little cage, very dreadnoughty, yellow ball gun with chain or belt fed chain gun there. Lots of posability. I've been working on getting some photos of that. Some stowage, and then the motorcycle parts, right? So I'm working on that, and then a flag, and of course he put my logo on there, so I had to have that. But perhaps the equally or most impressive part is just the care he takes into generating this stuff and just having fun doing things like writing file cards for me to read to y'all when I do that, and making them big because I'm an old man and they have nice big print. They also photo well, and giving art like that. So much appreciation to K's skills. Aside from that, I've been working on some smaller projects. You guys see me buying a lot of the Extreme Dio sets, which tend to be a bit pricey, but if you can get them on sales, they're good. So I've been sitting on a few of these and using them in the backdrops, and then I started wanting to make more stuff. So I'm just making stuff to supplement those, like little sliding modular sets that I could put away in a box and not care about. And so I'm starting to do little videos on that and things like that. And you can actually see I'm making another one in the background. What else? Before I blow any more G.I. Joe comics for guys, I'll tell you another reason you haven't seen a review in 10 days. I do have 3 figures that I refuse to review. I refuse to review the new retro card Techno Viper. My notes on this are, why did I trade a stand for the little techno device that was supposed to go in the hole on his wrist, right? That's the trade-off, and I paid for that. I refuse to review OG-13 Grunt because there's nothing to talk about. It's good that there's nothing to talk about. There wasn't the first time he ever came out. And I refuse to review Wild Bill because 3-Star did such a good job for all people. He did the comparison, which is exactly what I would have done, and I just don't feel like repeating the same points. That's why you haven't seen reviews of me, because I've been refusing. It's also I refuse to open them. That's all. Anyways, you're back.
I'm back. I am back. Yeah, we completely skipped over this banner that I've made, and we completely forgot to talk about got any new toys. So
That's okay.
Real quick, yes, I did do a review on Retro Card Wild Bill, who now has a big old glob of sticky tack on each side of his head to hold these shitty glasses on.
I refuse to open those glasses because they're shitty.
And the review that I tried to do didn't work out so well for you guys. And the only reason I'm even mentioning this is because I really am impressed with these figures. Is I did wind up finally getting Taurus and Red Dog, and
Right.
I filmed their review twice.
No,
And
I'm sorry.
before I realized that the reason that it didn't save the first time was because my video program has a secret backdoor file on my C drive that has saved everything I've done in it, and my C drive was full and couldn't save the video. And I recorded twice before I figured that out. So,
I'll ask you the
summary on those.
Yeah, I'll ask you the only question I think is worth asking until we watch your review. Which of the two do you like better? You have to pick one, and you have to chuck the other one into a fireplace and dance while it burns. Which of the two?
Red Dog is my favorite out of the two. And
oh man, we should have split on a pack then.
We should have. I liked Taurus better as a kid. Didn't really care for Red Dog, but I think Red Dog is a better figure, and I like the stuff he comes with. So I will try, and I want to get. I actually, because this set impressed me so much when I got them, because I didn't order them. I got them at Yojo Depot because he got them, and I'm like, oh wow, you got Taurus and Red Dog. I guess I'm going to get Taurus and Red Dog now as opposed to later.
It's funny. I really thought Taurus was a great figure. Red Dog was just okay.
They're both like I when I did my review that got scrapped, I gave them both very high scores. I gave the figures the same high score and the set the same score. I wanted these guys. I had them as a kid. I liked them just fine, but it wasn't anything I had to have right away. But it's a good set. Like if you're trying to complete your Renegades, they're worth picking up. They're good. Their figures are good. Their tolerances are good. They're not loose. Some of the best made figures we've had for a minute. What's up, Allison?
I was going to say, we need to take a minute and get caught up on the chat because Allison has showed up and we need to acknowledge her. Not like Ken, but like Allison.
Acknowledge me.
She's not demanding the way Ken is.
Joe Fan was asking where you got that stuff. Yes, they are all custom from Kyle Jackson here. Made those.
Yeah. K-Skills made those. And he's also made another thing that's appeared on my channel, which is the Cobra Barracuda female eel. If you guys check out that review. She showed up. If you watch my Hydro Viper review, she's in that too.
Pretty prominently. So, all right. So, and Snake Eyes 8181 saying it's a great 2-pack. I agree. I was impressed with Taurus and Red Dog. So this whole last like little group, like the last 5 figures with Dawn and Overkill, and then these guys have been really good.
I just didn't need the football in the football stand, quite honestly. That wasn't something I needed with that set at all.
I get it, but I mean, they gave Big Lob a basketball, so I'm sure it didn't cost that much more. Like it wasn't going to make this set $5 cheaper to not get that football.
Okay, but they don't give you a free floating basketball at Big Lob because they said it was a choking hazard, so they had to have it attached to the head. Yet with the other, anyways, let's move on.
So the football is not that much bigger or longer or whatever. I thought it was funny. Everybody, we complained because Big Lob couldn't remove the basketball and have a separate basketball. Red Dog comes with a separate football, but he can't hold it.
Yeah, it's just everything's just kind of made so it just doesn't really work out.
Yeah, it's just one step forward, two steps back.
So
Always.
bring in the baseball bat and the baseball now, right? Like
it's going to have a ball and a bat, but they're going to be made together with hardball.
Okay, I'll say this quickly because I think I said it the same in my big lob video as I'm going to probably say in the hard lob video. If the reason Joe recruited these guys is because they're really good at throwing a grenade accurately because of their sports arm, then why the fuck are we giving them a weapon? And if we give them a weapon, then what's it matter what their history was? Right? Like
the whole reason they recruited Big Lob was because he can accurately throw a grenade.
And then they give him a grenade gun.
Grenade launcher. Like you're sending mixed signals.
Here comes Hardball with a multiple grenade launcher, tunk, 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 and he's gonna have a baseball bat with grenades and tack, tack, tack.
Yeah, what I was
right?
Ding.
Yeah,
exactly. Say what's
up,
19 JJ Ace. I always say that wrong. And a punk with toys. What's going on, Lawrence? And Lawrence. There is Stu for lunch popping in. So will they give us a golf ball with the Happy Gilmore on retro card? Well, let's talk about some crossovers. That's what we're here to do.
Is it that time? Yeah.
It's a nice segue. Yeah. Thank you, Stu.
Thank you, Stu.
So we each picked 5
we have pictures for this too, right? Yeah. 5.
Yes. Possibly sets.
This was inspired by the Lara Croft retro card.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. We'll answer Lawrence real quick. Yes. It has been ready to send to you for a week, and I keep forgetting. It's got another box on top of it, and I keep forgetting to make the label. It is boxed up, and I have the dimensions and the weight, and I keep forgetting to make the label. I am planning on getting it out Friday. We have a mail room at work. I got to remember to make the label tomorrow night and send it off on Friday because I can send it from work. So yes, you're
I also
and the information that you need.
I also have a postal excuse. There's people who are waiting on me to send them stickers and shit like that. I'm waiting till I have a few things that I'm mailing out, and I'm doing it all at once. So
yeah. So but it is ready to go. I got to get it to you. All right. Do you want to go first with your first character, Crow? So we picked things, and we're going to tell you how they work into the G.I. Joe universe.
You know what? Good sir. You always let me go first. Today, you are going first.
All right. Well, that completely screws up what I had set up here. So
wasn't that great of me? Did you want me to go first, Darren? Next time you say go first.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd give you the option because I figured you'd go, yeah.
No, I'm a soldier. You either tell me or it's not happening.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've been told I just leave stuff up to people too much. So, all right. So let's go with my first character that I have created. This is a Cobra character. And I did, of course, do a little write-up here because I like to do my file cards and stuff. It's not very long. This is the longest one. So see if you guys can guess who this is. And I'm not going to make you wait a long time. But, all right. So as Cobra takes control of Broca Beach, they also gain control of Brackwater Prison, an experimental, privately owned facility that housed the worst of the worst offenders in society. A cutting-edge facility in the field of cryogenics. Naturally, Cobra Commander realizes the potential of absorbing these criminals into Cobra and orders them all unfrozen. However, he may have gotten more than he bargained for because the de facto leader of these men is none other than the agent of chaos and criminal mastermind, Simon Phoenix.
That's who I thought it was when you said cryo.
So there's our classified Cobra recruit, anarchist Simon Phoenix. did not play with this long enough to make the guns smaller. They always make the guns freaking huge when you do these things. So has got his overalls, got his orange shirt, got his twin pistols, got the body armor you can strap on. So there's a little glimpse at Simon Phoenix's box.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he would be a perfect character to bring into Cobra. He is absolutely somebody Cobra Commander would hire and then realize he can't control him once he got him in there. And then there's another look, a little different packaging on this one. But so do you think they'll ever get the face prints of likenesses this good with these figures?
I mean, now they're being called Sideshow Collectibles or Hot Toys, probably.
Let's see. Kyle saying, yes, that was Naugahyde that he used for your custom.
There we go. I suspected it was.
And
it was a good choice.
Adam would buy the shit out of a Simon Phoenix figure. So, I love this character, man. Hell yeah, Konami license. Wouldn't that be awesome? They got Nintendo. Keep your fingers crossed. So there's my first character was Mr. Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man.
This is going to flow well because I approached this very differently than you. I didn't write file cards. We're going to show you the 4 to 5 slides I have of the character, and I'm going to explain to you why I pictured it. I was tasked to take over the job at Hasbro and bring in these outsourced figures and come up with an explanation as to why and give you a general idea of what makes this a figure, right? What kind of figure does it make? So just throw up the first one. I'll talk to it because I can't remember what order you put them in.
This guy.
Okay. This version of Reacher would actually be the accessory. It'd be about as big as Polly compared to just change the slide because it's actually the Alan Richardson Reacher we're looking for because this is going to be a figure and pet set. Him being the pet, and you can change the slide.
I'm working on it. I've got two windows open here. So
I see that. It's like, where's the little arrow? Anyways.
The bouncing back and forth throws it off a bit.
Yeah. So as a figure, you'd be using the large buck because there's a picture in here. You see him standing next to the cop and he towers over him. So already I've got you on for about what's the US large buck, what, $39, $40, right? And then I'm going to add in a mini Reacher Tom Cruise, little pet accessory that sits on his shoulder. That's coming in. It's fine because how I'm going to save you money is that's the only kit he's getting. He's getting a mini Jack Reacher Tom Cruise and a toothbrush because that's all he ever carries, right? So how do I connect him to Joe? That's the other side of the task. And I'm like, well, he is military police, right? So he probably was either mentored by or had mentored or cross paths at some point with Law and Order, right? And that would have put him in touch when a problem arose with the cartels and things were starting to flare up. Coincidentally, it would make him a convenient contact for somebody like Sundown to have when he goes up against the guys like the Headman in an urban sprawl environment. So I chose him for that. And was that all the notes I had on him? Yeah, just large buck. Oh, he also gets punchy fists because you need punchy fists with him. That's it.
Definitely.
Reacher joins my line. Retro
We
Reacher.
gotta have punchy fist with Reacher.
There you go. It's him and Stalker right there. Right? So big buck.
Punk said he just finished watching episode 4, season
Is that
4,
out now?
episode 1 of Reacher. Well, he gets it early.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch that.
Because of TV terminal, so they do that show.
Oh,
so they get it a week or two early. So
yeah, I can't wait. I've been waiting for season 4.
All right, so let me get back to where I once belonged. All right, so the slide, swapping the slides around.
It's all right. We can keep singing Paul McCartney songs. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm good with that. All right, so my next one that's joining is actually actually kind of cheating a little bit, but these are going to be Joe's. So let's just get into it. So as the Energon battle continues, it draws many different races and species to planet Earth. Many are friendly, most are not. The G.I. Joe team needed to find allies experienced in eliminating alien threats quickly. They found the best team in the business, and they are too bad. And that is Jeanette Vasquez and Mark Drake from Alien. So,
Fuck. Two of my favorite fucking Marines. Well, I liked all the Colonial Marines. Who am I kidding? They all looked cool.
So if we got some figures like this based on these, I would so buy this set. This set with all of this shit in it would probably be $80, but I would buy the hell out of this.
Yeah. When we talked about this task, I thought about Aliens and Predators, and I was like, but the comics always do it. So it's almost like they could do it if they wanted to, right?
Yeah.
But not the Marines.
Yes,
I didn't think about Marines.
No. And Steve, I don't think Steve's still here. Steve was like, earlier, he was like, I'd love to get Predators and Aliens in Joe. And I was like,
well,
keep watching.
You know, what if they replaced Loboto Max with a Predator and called it a day? Like, would I be happy or not? You know, like, I don't know. It depends on how the figure was made, I guess. Oh, look at that box, though. Damn you, AI. That's better than Ninja Force any day.
So I had to play around with it, and so I've tried to do a render of a figure and then show something what the package may look like. So this is the kind of stuff AI is fun for, folks. Just don't try and trick people into thinking that it's real. This is definitely
it's already
not real.
If this had come out at the same time as Twilight Garden Steel Core Commander, guess what I would have bought?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I should have just slipped this into social media on over the weekend.
You just finished saying don't do shit like that, right? And then, fuck.
I know, but I'm just so like over the SDCC stuff.
No, but you just gave me a prime example of how a good Jedi turns to the dark side so fast, right? Like, don't do this, but I was really tempted to do this.
Yeah, don't do as I do, or as I say, not as I do. So,
yeah.
All right.
All right. Turn my camera back on.
Right.
Now I am. All right. Ooh, look at that.
Get back to the Crows crossover pick folder here.
Throw any of them up. I'm up. There's only five slides for each of them, I think, from this point on. I think Reacher was the one that had 4.
Reacher had 4. So tell us a little bit about this hotness.
Okay. Again, this would be the perfect accessory. You just scroll right past this. This would just be like, instead of a backpack, give her this Summer Glau wrecked up Terminator, because we're going to do Sarah Connor. I don't need Lena Headley's Sarah Connor, although it would be an option, right? You could say that's younger Sarah Connor, but just go past Lena Headley there. This is the Sarah Connor I want. I want old, bitter bitch of a woman, Sarah Connor, fucking raking out heavy ordnance from the middle of nowhere and saving Joe's ass. And how you'd excuse it is she's aware that the bats are being created by Mars and that one day go for the AI thing. And sure enough, it's going to happen. And that's just if that's not the big flag waving for Skynet coming, that's going to call her in. I don't know what is. So as a figure, we'd get the small female buck with the muscle shirts. And, you know, of course, we have to make her look old and haggard, but we got those sunglasses to cover it if they don't do it right. So you get 2 shots at getting this right with her. You can even throw in a young Sarah Connor head if you want. But I liked this picture. I thought this was kind of a cool look of Sarah Connor. And if you think about it, she could be worked into that kind of lore from an angle like that, right?
You've actually got one more with her. There's one more.
Yes. So the write-up I had with her, you can just until it's the last one. It says, "is aware of the bats, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Become another Skynet." She would be running amok of Joe missions. She wouldn't be working with Joe. She'd be doing her own thing, running amok in between Joe of them, trying to disrupt them until somebody like sci-fi or mainframe could support evidence that she's provided that, Skynet's a real premise that's going to happen, right? That's how you would work her into a Joe line. And I described everything else. She would just come with multiple guns, shades, a Polaroid of her and Reese, and then some form of Terminator leftover gear, either the Summer Glau hanging torso or a T-800 and a reuse of the Mindbender jar, right? The T-800 arm.
Yeah. And the arm, with the chip in it, that would be awesome.
There.
Sarah Connor would be a really good one to incorporate in, I think. So, all right, let me find my next one here. There we are. All right, so if you guys have listened to any of the other ones when we've done these in the past, this is one that I always bring up. Hasn't really ever been a good figure of this guy in this format. However, there is one crossing the ocean right now, but it's not this one. So I'll go ahead, and anybody that knows me knows I've been waiting on this one. Love to get it as a classified. So as Cobra expands into and takes over more and more territory, they need not only soldiers on the battlefield, they need soldiers on the street. Someone to rule urban territories with an iron fist and little disregard for law. And I can't think of anybody with more disregard for law than Clarence Boddicker. Oh, absolutely love one of the best villains in all of movies. Fucking Kurtwood Smith. This there he is with the grenades hanging off of him. Yeah.
How do I forget the last name Smith? All I was focused on was Kurtwood. Kurtwood something.
Kurt, K-U-R-T is in Thomas. Kurtwood.
Yeah. Smotes.
Yeah. Smog.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, but I think if we ever got something like this, definitely got to have the battle damaged head and got the cigarette hanging out. It's got to have the pump shotgun exactly at him. I should have got my damn Alex Murphy over here for this because my neck of Alex Murphy's right over there. Should have grabbed him. But I think Clarence Boddicker would be a perfect addition to Cobra, much the way I think Simon Phoenix would.
There's only one thing I would add. I'd say you need a third head. One of him laughing, because he's got a wild, cool laugh too as a villain too, right?
Yeah, he really does. And again, when you do these, it goes a little crazy with the weapons. So it gave him dual assault pump shotguns, and
which is ridiculous, right?
You can only use one.
Hang on, my heavy duty figure just fell because his realistic rig just knocked him over.
Yeah, like you're trying to, and then you're trying to pump it like this. So,
pump it with your teeth.
Yeah, it took me so many to kind of get this how I wanted it. I'm like, screw it. He's just gonna come with 2 shotguns. So his gang had more than one. So he's got the coat and grenade, and there's his packaged head. But Clarence Boddicker, Cobra's crime commander. So
nice.
Throw my boy in there. So he is the JFS toys that we've talked about on here before are finally on the water. They're supposed to be here sometime next month. They're shipping the first few of them in Europe because it's a French company. But the first container that's bringing them over here is on the way now. I think Stanley ordered these. And I wanted to until I found out how much they were going to cost. So now I'm probably just going to wind up getting Clarence because they're 7-inch figures. They're meant to scale with the NECA Ultimates. So,
okay, yeah, 7-inch I'm not in for,
yeah. So, all right, let me get back over here to your folder and we will hit up your next one.
Yeah, let's do my next one. Then I think the next one's really quick, actually, and somebody's already guessing at them.
Yeah, somebody's got some good guesses. You ready?
Somebody's in my fucking living room watching me. Yeah, let's talk about it's in perfect silhouettes. Let's talk about the James Bond troop builder set. Right. So absolutely 007. I could Laura Croft this into the line, right? The big feature being is it would just be a tuxedo buck with it taking probably a small page out of the Fresh Monkey Fiction book, right? And giving you four heads. Just scroll through. You can get whatever James Bond was your James Bond, be it Daniel Craig, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, or who's the other one? Anyways, you've got the gist of it. Was that? Pierce Brosnan. Thank you. Yeah, so the write-up was just the tying a midpoint would be reporting in due to Big Ben's recent reports that General Flagg may be operating outside of what is being reported to NATO. So he'd just be shadowing Joe and spying on him because General Flagg isn't trusted by MI8 or MI6 or whatever the Bond's intel agents Joe will be, right? So yeah, between this and Mission Impossible, there's so many MIs, right? So my point being is like I call it the troop builder set because I want you to buy four of them. So I'll give you the four heads, but $1, right? But he also gets the silenced pistol, which Joe gives to everybody. And finally, we have a reason for it. But you know what we can't have is that stupid leg holster with the extra spot for the silencer, right? No, you don't get that. You just get the silenced pistol. So very economic set.
I'm trying to find it. I've got it up here because I've got Red Dog stuff up here.
I left it all
the slides for this.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, I left out the last point. Is he'll stick around with Joe until he can bet at least one of the few Joe females there are, right? So that's why he's sticking around because he hasn't gotten Scarlet yet.
And it would have to be Scarlet because she's the only one with a name that like could mean, some kind of double entendre. So.
I haven't met Under the Cover Girl.
Are you an Under the Cover Girl? That's great. All right. So, Bond is a kind of, I think, a perfect one.
Shout out to Cypher63 for thinking like I think.
That's right. Let's see. Nope, that's not the one I want. I keep accidentally closing tabs. All right. I've got to get I got to get ready. Got to get ready because I have a note for this one, so that I get.
Sure, I'm gonna block out my screen.
Okay. All right. So my next one is a Joe. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we each have two more, right?
Yeah, I have two more.
Good.
All right. So my next one is a Joe. As Sergeant Slaughter ages, G.I. Joe secretly wondered what they would do for an ambassador and a premier drill instructor once he retires. Little did the Joes know, old Sarge was already on top of this. Secretly training his own protege, he nears the time to hang up his belt and whistle. Sarge thinks it's time for the team to finally meet his successor.
And his name is John C.
That's right. I made John Cena Joe just like he's always wanted.
I don't think you could have picked a better introduction to that slide.
As soon as I decided on him, I had to hunt down the sound bite.
Oh my god, yeah. That's one of my favorite sound bites is that call.
I did not know where that sound bite originated from, and I had to like look it up. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, and I went into a rabbit hole on it. So
yeah, if you've never heard that crank call, you got to listen to it. Yeah,
fucking hilarious, man. Stu says an Equalizer 3-pack with Edward Woodward, Denzel, and Queen Latifah.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. I didn't think of that one, but yeah.
So
I can't see this. So what are we looking at? Because I can't see it.
All right, he's doing the salute. He's got on some wrestling pants with some knee high with camo. He's got red, white, and blue belt, sweatbands, and bicep band, and his championship belt says Cobra Ass Kicker on it.
Oh, I was joking. I could see it the whole time, but that's awesome.
Oh,
but
well,
I'm trying to figure out is that a Magic the Gathering card on the package? What did they AI throw on that?
Yeah, for some reason this one comes with a collector trading card with this guy. As you can see down there, he is the Chain Gang commander, John Cena.
He's bad man. If you guys follow his music,
don't look too hard, or you'll notice that this pistol is not actually in the holster, and that his name for some reason goes out over the top of the rock here. But just
zoom in, look even closer, and the box art depicts him like Mercer.
Yeah,
he's got the red vest.
Yeah, looking a little Mercer-like. So I actually used the prompt, I think, for the Cobra Island Viper to get an idea of the style of package that I want.
There you go.
So it probably pulled the color. Red vest. Yeah. So then I wanted one of him, and this is the variant package. It's got different box art on it, but you get the card and Chain Gang Commander. So we got John Cena taking over for Sarge. This would have played a lot better like 15 years ago, but I think I just thought he would be perfect to bring into G.I. Joe as Cena.
Nice. I like John Cena.
I did not watch wrestling at all while Cena was wrestling. Well, I knew who he was, but
as a figure though, he's got some practical use there, because those saluting hands that is iconic with him are the same hands he used to do the you can't see me thing. So
yeah,
my mics might die at some point. I'm getting warnings of my earbuds that my batteries are dying. So if I sound out, just wave at me and I'll switch over.
All right. So we got Cena. So ready for your last one, right?
Second last one, shouldn't it? We had two more each.
Yes, you're right.
I have two packs. Yes, because people are screaming for 2 packs.
Yeah, I went first. That's right. So, are you ready?
Yep. Just put up any 2-pack, and I'll tell you why it's there.
What about these guys right here?
All right. This is me helping Hasbro figure out who's going to back up Sundowner when they're taking on cartels and the headmen. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if these 2 retired Vice cops came out and, maybe you got different heads. You could have old Crockett and Tubbs, and then you could have like young Crockett and Tubbs. But no matter what, these are the outfits you get them in. You get them in the true 80s pink and white suits and things like that. And they just get big ass like phones like that's their accessory. It's just a deep cut 80s thing. You take it away and then you give them the older heads, and that's them much older working the case, right? You could have 2 different timelines. So I thought that's mine. And so what did it say? Key points on this one. Yes, they're taking on the headmen. The figures are trapped in 80s fashion 2-pack. They get briefcases, pistols, cell phones, with a question mark about cell phones, because I couldn't remember what else to call them back then. And then a Phil Collins CD.
Fucking Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. So you can play In the Air Tonight over and over again.
I think back then they were either calling them mobile phones or they just said cellular telephones.
Was it just cellular? Yeah.
Cellular.
The car phone. The car phone was one
car
of them.
phone. Because I was thinking back to Sir Mix-a-Lot Posse on Broadway, and that was 88, and he's with the cellular, the Benzo with the cellular phone.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing was the big part with I forgot the deep cut on this one was whoever sculpted Falcon's head has to now sculpt Don Knotts' head or Don Knotts.
Don Knotts.
Don Johnson's head. It'll look like Don Knotts, but Don Johnson. Same fault. It has to be. That's the time.
Yeah. We got to get
Yeah.
Mr. Furley in classified. We'll figure out how to bring Three's Company in next. So, because we
God
both
bless
love
them.
some Three's Company, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would go with
Cub,
Chuckles and Sundown.
Chuckles. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This
And
one-
I threw in also, who did I have? I said the 2 retired vice cops helping Sundown, Reacher, and Chuckles. So there
Yeah.
you go.
Awesome.
Carlos knows where I'm thinking. That's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
Rebuilding the
You know,
DEF.
Yep. He knows where you're going. That's
Yeah.
right.
But you'll never see the last one coming.
You will not.
No.
You will not see the last one coming. Just much the same, you will not see my last one coming, but it will make a lot of sense when I read it. So here's my final one. During Cobra's rapid expansion into the suburbs, they need agents in the field to find and procure land and businesses to use as fronts. Small towns are full of men like this. The more crooked, the better. And they don't come any more crooked than Brad Wesley. J.C. Penney's is coming to Springfield because of him.
Man, look at the size of that hand cannon.
I know, right? Well, the weapons are never scaled right when you do these. So, J.C. Penney's is coming to Broca Beach because of him. I forgot I used Broca Beach for this. So he's the Arbco, their scam company that was their front company. He's the CEO. Comes with his nickel plated revolver. Got his fedora. Got the keys to his Mustang. And of course, he comes with the J.C. Penney credit card.
Nice. I just realized too, because I just saw the trailer for it, but if you wanted to, you could Hasbro could buy that and then they could do a repaint and make it Digger from that new Tom Cruise movie too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then they could do the reboot of this and give us a Conor McGregor figure to throw darts at.
Yeah.
So then there's another shot of the figure itself and close up on the accessories. So Brad Wesley from Roadhouse, gotta love that dude.
Yeah.
Can't listen to this crap. It's got no heart. All right.
Look at Cypher 6-3 trying to guess.
Yeah. Okay, maybe not that far. I don't know. It probably is about that far out of the realm of possibility.
He's not bad. Do I know you in my life? Cypher 6-3. What other names do you go by?
not that far off. So
not that far off.
All right. Well, I didn't put us back on stage. I'll bring us back in a little bit. Let's just go ahead and go into your last 2-pack. You said, Crow, you ready?
All right. You guys ready for what's coming to Classified? If we take over this, thank you, Laura Croft, for this. Right. So let's just say the Cobra Commander got wind of the successes of the Clit Commander back in 2001. I was convinced he was actually a real commander. Forced his legions out and brought these two in, one very loud and bumptious Clit Commander and his silent friend, and immediately gave them general positions within his army. They failed, and it says a disastrous mission saw them actually hold an underground rave in a secretive Springfield aircraft hangar, and they were kicked out immediately. Probably would have been executed had the Dreadnoks not found a place among them for these two dope heads who supply them with such interesting things, right? So they're now Dreadnoks, right? They're the quiet accompanying Dreadnoks for the line.
There we go.
There you go.
Silent Bob and Classify.
And
yes.
They come with nothing but extra facial expressions and handsets and an orangutan.
Well, they got to come with the dime bag or something.
It's Hasbro, man.
Yeah. Well, no,
let's stay realistic, man.
we gave Clarence Boddicker a cigarette. We can give them a bag of weed. So
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Jay needs $15 too.
Yeah.
Put that shit in my hand.
In
If
my
the money
hand.
doesn't show, then you owe me.
Yo, me, yo.
So
Yeah, I miss
there
that.
are our picks. So I got a couple more I'm going to show that are not our crossover picks. These are, I'll let you show you how I got to our thumbnail, because the first
Sure.
version that I did of it was a little bit guessable. So this is our finished thumbnail for the show. So this is when I was like, I only wanted them partially blacked
Oh,
out
I
or
see.
silhouetted.
I see Crockett and Tubbs.
There was
Yeah.
no mistaking who that is. So
Yeah.
and then if you know the picture that I found for reference, you will know that is a scene, a set photo of Linda Hamilton. So
Okay.
and then if you want to know the placement of everybody, there's where everybody is on the thumbnail. So
Hey, you got an artistic style. I see what you did there. I just can't believe Don Johnson almost ruined it for you. But,
Don Johnson almost ruined it for everybody. So there's everybody on. What's Adam saying? $15, little man. Put that classified blunt man in my hand.
yeah. So here's the thing. I had one honorary mention that actually I had to bump off my list and make it an honorary mention when I realized something. On this list, I logicked in Sam Witwicky from the Transformers movie, Shia LaBeouf. And I thought, work him in. And it occurs to me he's already at work in the Energon U, so I had to disqualify him. He's actually a character at play in Transformers and the Energon shit. So I was like, he doesn't qualify. But I would have been like, just posing him going through some of the worst beatings in his life just because Shia LaBeouf can take it, right? So
you got to be used to it. Does he come with the bag to put over his
no,
head
just
when he goes to
a lot
show?
of band. I just remember he had to bandage his hand for most of the movies because he kept fucking himself up. And one hand, he screwed his whole hand up for one movie, and then he did something else in another movie, right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's our crossover picks. The coming soon to classified near you. You got 21 of you guys watching, so if you hadn't hit that like button, or if you're watching the replay and enjoyed this nonsense, I appreciate it. It is time to get on up out of here. Crow, what you got coming up over on your channel?
No idea right now. Like I said, I'm working on a video on the Dreadnought 2.0 tricycle with Odelia and Otis that was provided to me by K-Skills. So I've been taking my time doing that sometime in the near future, working on other stuff. And as soon as I see anything come out, I'll probably post a YouTube post saying the following reviews are coming, because I honestly don't know what's coming right now. I'm hoping it's Deep Six and Cobra Commander on the Throne for some reason, or the Action Skier, Rescue Trooper, whatever. Yeah.
You usually get those way early.
I get Spidey senses about some of them, but yeah, the Legacy always gives me a Spidey sense. So, but again, I have no idea. So, what do you got coming up?
I'm trying to look back and see when Cobra Commander's due, because I think he's October too. Oh no, he's December on Cobra Commander, and I know Deep Six is October. I'm keeping an eye on that one.
That's the one I've got a weird vibe about. This is Deep Six for some reason.
We're gonna get crushed in October with these pre-orders. October is gonna kill us. So much stuff's supposed to come out. So September into October anyway. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get a video done on Taurus and Red Dog, which will be kind of my thoughts on them and kind of show them off a little bit. And I don't think I've got anything else coming in. I do want to do a video when I open this extra mole rat that I picked up. I haven't opened it yet because I want to open it on camera to see if his arms fall apart.
Or if he's even in there and you're getting a Dollar General fig or something.
Yeah. Or if he's in there. Tape looks sealed, but I got this at that when me and Purple Elf went to that show. I showed it last weekend. Me and Pop Stream, $20. So this is one of those Walmart figures we talked about earlier that was it's not range viper status, but you can't find them cheap. So,
or it's a busted up wrestling figure inside. We just don't know yet.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Could be a bar of soap in there for all I know. So, this weekend I am planning right now to go down to Chattanooga. So, Chattanooga is, you know anything about Chattanooga, the city?
I've heard of Chattanooga. Okay. Geography, I'm not that aware of where it is. So explain Chattanooga. Where is it?
So from me, I'm just about in the dead center of Tennessee, where Nashville is. Chattanooga is south and east. Like when we go down to Atlanta or to Joe Fest, you got to drive through Chattanooga. It's in Tennessee, but it is right on the border with Georgia. Yeah, so you actually drive out of Tennessee into Georgia and back going down there. You actually go through a little hook that's part of Georgia. So there is a show down there called Joe Nuga that they have down there.
That's awesome.
And it is one of the like one of the Fanboy Expo shows, like one of the FarleyCon produced shows, and it is mostly like they get all of the Joe voice actors from the cartoon, and then they'll usually have people that worked on the comic there. And it's mainly an autograph hound kind of show, but it is focused mostly on Joe's. And I've been wanting to go to it. I just never have. So I may try and go down there to Saturday, because it's like probably about an hour and 45 minutes from me. So, I mean, that's closer than any of the other ones. Yeah. I mean, it's the one we went to in Kentucky was almost 3. Toylanta's 4. So it's so close. And Jay from Yojo Depot setting up there. So there's not as many vendor booths like what he brings, to buy vintage and stuff, as there are like art and things like that. It is mostly geared toward people wanting autographs, but it's so close and Joe centric. I hate to not go.
Yeah, no, it's I just getting over the name convention. So you went to the Kentucky, wasn't that Kentuckiana or something? What was that called?
Yeah, Kentucky.
And then this one you're going to is the Joe Nuga.
So the city is Chattanooga. It's Joe Nuga.
Yeah, I just get it. It's just I'm like, oh man, these are hard names to remember. Like, like for a Canadian, I get that we have to think really quickly, like, what are they amalgamating? And it's like, oh, it's a U.S. city, Chattanooga. That's right. The Kentucky part, but for sure.
The Chattanooga Choo Choo, you heard of that?
That's my grandfather used to sing that all the time too.
So that's really a thing. Like it's it's a hotel. You can actually sleep in train cars. You can rent train cars to sleep in. I've never done it, but yeah, Chattanooga Choo Choo. Movie with George Kennedy and Joe Namath. I would have never thought about that in a million years. Lookout Mountain is down there. You go over Lookout to get to Chattanooga. You got to go over it to get there. Yep, Moon Pies and Little Debbie. All right, we're going to wrap up and get out of here. Play this one more time before we roll out, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Thanks for hanging out with us.
See you soon, guys.
His name is John C.